Hello everybody, this is a cast with Crowbar and Dada. We're doing 4 Pool Lifeguards versus Korean Mechanics Tier 3. This is actually our first cast, so we're trying to figure things out still. And Crowbar, are you around?
Yeah. Hello everybody.
Awesome. I think we're good to go. I'm still figuring some stuff out. Because normally I cast on Mac, but I've had to move to Windows, so I've had to kind of figure some stuff out about setting up on Windows, but I think everything should be okay. So I've got the first game ready to go.
Let's go.
Actually, maybe we should have a look at the map pool first, because I made the slide. I'm not gonna let the slide not go to use, so...
Is it week 5?
Yes, it was week 5. It was Polypoid, Butter, and Goodnight. That was the map pool. I'm a big fan of the 4-player maps, this CPL. What are your thoughts? Do you prefer the 4-player maps or the 2-player maps?
I prefer 4-player maps, especially versus Protoss.
Okay.
And I don't really like Butter. I was voting for Fighting Spirit when the vote was happening.
Okay, yeah. I was kind of wonder about Fighting Spirit because a lot of people complain about it and say that it's kind of bad for the current meta, but I'm not so sure. I kind of like Fighting Spirit.
Same. Yeah, it's like it's another Polypoid basically.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. But this is something people have strong opinions on, so it's also kind of interesting to see.
Yeah.
So our first game is gonna be on Polypoids. Let me switch over. Just a second. Alright, here we go. Oh, I got my chat set up. Looking a little broken actually, for some reason. Alright, so we have here in the bottom left. I think that's DeadInfested, right? He has a different name in game than normally.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sounds like DeadInfested to me. And Axis is Axis, I guess.
Yeah,
Axis.
I guess so.
Okay, so I don't know Axis. But I have played with DeadInfested before. I think he used to be a Terran, but he's playing Zerg now.
Yeah, as far as I've known, to me he's always been a Zerg player, especially because of his infested tournaments that he sets up, where you have infested Terrans to play with.
More Zerglings.
Oh.
I'm actually surprised that he used to be a Terran, but yeah. Oh, hey, he's in the chat right now, actually. Hi, DeadInfested.
Zergling reinforcements arriving.
I wonder how can I see the chat without... maybe I should open your stream and mute.
Oh, yeah, you could, yeah. I think it's probably going to have a delay, but... There we go, Overlord. Going to the right. Which is the correct scouting path, of course, but his opponent's in the top left.
Yeah, and DeadInfested opens with Pool first, and Gas before Hatchery, so he wants to do something aggressive.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to open, I think. It is a very fast Pool and Gas, though. You're sacrificing some of your economy, of course, but I guess a lot of players, I think it kind of works well to put on a lot of pressure early on. I mean, it depends on the tier as well, I feel. I feel in tier 3 you can maybe get away with a little bit more than on the higher tiers. On the higher tiers people may be a little bit better at holding early aggression.
Well, I mean, to hold aggression you still need to sacrifice something, so it's really not that bad. I think Zoom is tier 0 and he often plays Pool first. So that scales.
Yeah, I remember that a while back there was a show match between Korean pros and Korean foreign top players.
Okay, there's only one Marine.
Turns out a Marine beats a drone. But yeah, there was a show match between Korean pros and foreign top players, and I thought it was great that Action, the famous Korean pro, actually went 9-pool every single game, literally every game. And yeah, he just kind of makes it work. I guess he makes it work because he just says to himself, well, I just gotta play better than my opponent, and it doesn't matter if he gets ahead in economy because I could just outplay him anyway.
Okay, I feel like DeadInfested lost a bit of an opportunity there because now it's complete and he can't outright kill the Terran.
I guess it's nice that he can. Yeah, I was gonna say that like, you can't just have your Marines sit in the bunker there if the Zerglings are camping at barracks.
Yeah, but still, like he survives for now, Axis.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And that CC probably will get cancelled.
He's not making any additional links. Nothing is coming out of his base. So I think DeadInfested has realized that he can't really do too much here with the amount of Marines out. Actually, there's only 5 Marines. I think probably the bunker is actually empty. If he just makes links here, he could probably do a lot of damage.
I feel like his strategy is to scare the Terran and then play normal game behind that while Terran is sort of huddled in
This is kind of
space.
Oh, he can't run anymore.
So DeadInfested has a second hatchery now.
Yeah.
Still only 11 drones though.
Yeah, that's right. When it's a lair, that there's no additional tech so far. I guess he's gonna go straight into Spire.
And Terran builds Academy now.
I think Terran is perfectly fine here, don't you think? I mean, he made only a couple of Marines.
Yeah. Now he's totally fine.
He has 21 CVs, so... I don't actually know how many SVs you're supposed to have if everything goes right around this time. I mean, I guess you're supposed to already have your natural, of course, but...
Yeah, honestly, I also I'm very bad with numbers, like
Yeah.
at what time, how many of what you're supposed to have. But it seems like it's turning into a normal game. Third hatchery for Zerg and layer, and no tech building yet, so we don't know if it's lurkers or muta.
No, making some sunks. Third hatchery. But I don't see any tech yet, so he's still on links right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess these things are gonna get taken out. I'd be surprised if they take out even one city. Oh, just barely.
Well, at least he knows approximately how many Marines there are, how many Sankens he needs to prepare. I think he is overreacting a bit, DeadInfested, because 4 Sankens seems to be too many for now.
Yeah, I think so as well. Is he maybe planning to go crazy Zerg or something like that?
Maybe, but we still don't see any tech.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He has a very nice group of Metacarine.
There was a scan, I didn't catch where it was. But
It's just the main and natural.
Okay, so then Axis knows.
Yeah, Axis
what
knows
to
that
do.
there's nothing else here except a couple of sunks. Well, this is enough sunks that he won't die, but he doesn't even need to move out, I guess, because he's already making sunks. So
Yeah, he can search for third base, I think,
yeah,
if he wants to, or just sit here in front of natural.
another scan of the main. I think Axis is also wondering, like, where's the tech? What are you doing?
Yeah, I would be very suspicious
Okay,
if I
he's-
saw no tech.
He's going up to Queen's Nest, so I guess this is Crazy Shark. At least there's no other tech. There's just Queen's Nest.
This is the craziest Zerg.
Yeah, the craziest Zerg, yes.
Skipping even Muta.
Yeah. I mean, there is a build where you can skip Muta and go straight into Lurker instead of Muta, but this is not even that.
I'm not sure if it is a build, but I've played versus kind of this, where you skip everything and just build Ultras right away from 2 bases, and I lost to that on ladder.
Okay,
So
yeah.
maybe it is at least a build at lower levels.
Yeah, this seems like the type of build you could lose too easily on ladder because it's just so unexpected. And it's not always easy to know how to counter something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's just seeing like, okay, you're going up to.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. I think it's bustable.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting him to dive on the sunks. Maybe he didn't realize there was another layer of sunks right behind it. But even if there wasn't, I don't think you can break this with that group of Marines. I think it was maybe less than a control group of Marines.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how many you need to bust 6, but it's more than 2 groups probably.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Especially if you don't have armor upgrade, because they die in 2 shots then. Instead of 3. From Sunken. I see second Evo chamber for Zerg, and Hive is just finishing, so let's see if it's the craziest Zerg indeed.
Alright, here we go. What are we gonna make? It's an Ultra Cavern. No surprises.
Okay.
So meanwhile the Terran, I guess, has double eBay. Really getting into those upgrades. So he has 1-0 right now. Marine upgrades. Yeah, I think if you just mass up enough Medic Marine at this point, I mean he's got his 6th barracks coming up.
Yeah, and he also needs faster upgrades, faster attack upgrade than Carapace.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Marines die to Ultras very easily. It seems to be okay for now because he has +1. Carapace is just finishing, but he needs to start +2 before Zerg starts +2.
So apparently the game volume is a little bit loud, so let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. I don't know exactly how much would be better like this. Just tell me if the volume is better like this. Because I'm not entirely sure. He's amassing a pretty big group of Med Marine.
Yeah, that's like 3 groups, I think.
These can see some absolutely ridiculous amount of songs. Okay.
Oh, DeadInfested just killed his own sunk. I think.
I guess he's trying to make room for the Ultras.
Maybe, yeah.
He doesn't quite have enough yet to be able to take on what's out there right now. There's a Queen. I guess he's gonna go using Snare as well.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that.
Go direct to the sunks.
And he still has some gas. So
Yeah, he does actually. It's actually quite impressive what you can do on just 2 bases. Just 2 gas, but there was like... The Terran was not able to do any kind of damage.
Yeah, but this is how it is in TVZ. You usually can't really do anything if Zerg just builds enough Sunkens. Sometimes you can pass 3rd base, but there is no 3rd base for now. Actually, Axis probably doesn't know if there is 3rd base or not, because I didn't see
He hasn't
any.
looked in a while.
There might be a hidden base as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, he only checked the bottom right and nothing else actually. Do you think you could do some damage here, or could have done some damage here with dropships?
Yeah, I think so. When there is no Spire, it's actually very very easy to harass with dropships. Nothing there to stop you, just you need some.
There's so many ultras.
They don't have speed.
Oh, that ensnare. That's incredible.
It seems like all the Marines are gonna die.
Well, the ultras are getting pretty low. That is incredible. Wow. The power of ultras. Oh my god, that's incredible.
Okay, so it seems things are going well for DeadInfested.
Yeah, but at the same time, do you think he can break through with not with this? He's got only 5 ultras left, and most of them are still pretty healthy. But
no, I don't think he should attack. But
Yeah.
he's free to take any base he wants now, because Terran will sit in his base most likely. So he should just keep map control and expand it. Oh, he's
well,
going.
he's going for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can't even get through here.
Yeah.
Ultras are just sitting there, just getting slaughtered.
Yeah, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like Ultras don't have speed upgrade. They seem
No,
slow.
they don't. You're right. I didn't even notice that, but yeah, they don't. They're certainly a lot faster when they have the upgrade. I
Yeah,
don't think he's making it.
maybe he forgot.
But these are not speed upgraded ultras. Wow. Look at this brave SCV. Bravest SCV just died.
Okay, now it feels again like Terran has advantage. Because
Yeah.
third base is coming up. But Zerg definitely needs Spire at this point to hunt vessels with Scourge or something like that.
Look at those barracks pumping marines.
Yeah, I see an SCV as well, which is stuck between barracks.
Yeah, here it is. Keeps dancing.
Okay, there's Defiler Mount coming up. So it will be Dark Swarm as well. But I feel like with nothing to fight vessels with, you can't really fight Terran. Look, there are
There's so
7
many
vessels. Yeah.
Wow, there's 7 vessels. Wow. Yeah,
So
I'm actually surprised that Terran hasn't tried to claim a third base yet. When I guess the CC is coming up, so I guess we'll do that soon enough.
Well, it's pretty scary actually once you let Zerg out of their natural
Yeah.
to try to take any base, because
Oh my god, this is so
they
many
can just run
marines.
around everywhere.
And DeadInfested is spending his money, so I think he could probably. Oh my god, those
Yeah.
idiots. Yeah, because I think DeadInfested doesn't even have a Spire. He doesn't have Scourge.
Yeah, exactly. He has nothing to fight vessels.
I think he realized that this is not going to be a good gauge for him. I mean, there's a siege tank coming up as well.
There is Defiler, but
He doesn't have Consumer just yet. They're nice
Yeah.
and snare, by the way.
apparently Ensnare also slows down attack speed.
Yes, it does. It depends on the unit, but for Marines it basically undoes stim, right?
Oh, so I've heard. I've never tested it, but
Yeah.
I guess so. Okay. So there is
It
Dark
definitely-
Storm.
Oh yeah, there is.
It doesn't work on buildings as far as I know, so you can't protect Sanctions with it. And also Defiler is dead from the radiate.
So many Marines, so many vessels. I don't really see how Zerg can survive this.
Me too, to be honest.
You just walk back a little bit. You only have a few large swarms here, so.
Well, Terran probably can't bust the natural yet because of all the sunkens. But if he finds the other bases, he can clean those up.
I figure that's probably another. Oh, he's got 2 starports as well.
Oh, Eraser at the main. Oh, nice burrow. But again, like, if there is nothing which can hit vessels, he can just sit there forever, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, you can just erase everything here. I don't know, I think without Scourge, it's just impossible to I'm actually surprised doing this.
Okay, yeah, there's like no army. Look, the supply is 140 to 55, so I think it's probably GG.
It actually still has more Marines than fighting.
Yeah, once you go past a certain number, it's very hard to find all of them to control first.
The whole Terran army is being held off by 1 Ultra and 1 Sunk.
And 1 Dark Swarm, or in about OP.
Oh, but there's lots of Marines in the base waiting to join the fight. He's got more than enough at this point. He just needs to move everything over and attack. He probably has so many Marines that they'll all stay alive if he A moves them into the Dark Swarm. Because he can't possibly kill them all in time. So many Marines.
Well, yeah, maybe.
There's
But
3
also,
CPL
Zerg
upgraded.
units just don't die there in Dark Swarm. They are forever to kill.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark Swarm is gonna like run out before the Marines get there. Because there's so many of them.
Yeah, well, it feels like the biggest problem for Zerg now is vessels. They just destroy all units.
Yeah. I mean, he's got so many vessels, you can just irradiate every single fire constantly. Look at all those SCVs, the thirds, just standing around.
Where?
At the
Oh,
Terran
yeah,
thirds. Well, I guess he probably doesn't even really need it.
Yeah, at this point, maybe. There's 1 sunken left, and
Oh, another nice snare. It's, yeah, it doesn't really make a difference if you don't have the units to fight it, but it's like an ensnare out of spite.
I see that DeadInfested prepares some more hatcheries at the base at the bottom right.
Yeah, he did get a 3rd and a 4th, but yeah, everyone's gonna die, so he's got 1 Ultra hiding in the corner, afraid of the Terran army.
Yeah, okay, 1 Dark Swarm delays the push again. Oh, firebots.
Yeah,
That's
very
nice.
nice. So you can just fire guts and next to the roads.
Yeah. Looks good.
The Ultra was working.
1 versus a whole army.
It's not very fair, is it?
Yeah, it's not. Maybe if it was a full-size Ultralisk, like in cinematics.
Oh, yes.
More fair.
Well, this is
Great.
expensive.
Yeah,
I mean, it still has a 3rd base, but there's nothing there. This is...
there is a spire building at bottom right, so...
Oh, look at that. He's got a spire. The 22-minute spire.
Yeah, these vessels now will be afraid. Maybe. He actually has time to... DeadInfested has time to rebuild all the tech at the bottom right. But...
Well, he has the resources for it.
he's so behind in supply though, so...
Yeah, at this point I feel you should just GG because, you know, you've got 1 or 2 other matches to go and you need to kind of saving strength. You know, this is clearly a lost cause at this point.
Well, it may be a strategy to tire your opponent as well, you know.
I guess so. It's a 9,000 IQ play. Actually, as a... Oh wait, there's still some throws in my right there. I just noticed that these throws are there.
Oh yeah, they are hiding.
But it doesn't really matter, of course, because there's no Hasher anymore, so...
They can rebuild it, but there's very few resources left. Okay, it seems like the base at bottom right was scouted as well. And
but look at the supplies. The supplies are just
Yeah.
There's just something. Oh, the Matrix on green. Very nice. Very cool. There's some GG.
The 2 vessel snipes with Scourge at the end were pretty nice.
Yeah.
But it's a bit too late at this point.
Let me update the graphic.
There certainly was a point where I feel like Zerg was ahead after the first push died to first Ultralisks. But it sort of slipped afterwards with the failed attack to Terran's Natural.
Alright, next game's up.
One second.
Oh my god, I screwed up the graphic. I gave the win to DeadInfested instead of to Axis. This casting thing is difficult. There we go.
I guess it's more difficult when you are the main caster.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm also on kind of a weird setup, so... Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. So, game 2 is on Butter, your favorite map. Let's go.
Let's go. So it's a 2-player map, so you can immediately think about 4 pool or something like that, especially after losing 1 game, or 5 pool.
Yeah, definitely.
To
Well,
sort of even it out.
apparently it's not going to be a 4 pool. This is a macro game. Well, it may still be a 6 pool.
Is it a thing? 6 pool?
No, not really, I guess. I don't think it is. I mean, maybe very situationally. There are some weird pool timings that you can sometimes do. I remember that in ASL, when Flash went random. In the final match against Rush, he got Zerg. I forgot what the map was. But he went 8 pool, which was very strange. But I guess he probably he timed it out or something. He knows that, well, an 8 pool is exactly better than a 9 pool. There's probably something to it, of course, since it's Flash.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know. I've never really heard of a 6 pool. Maybe it's a thing, but I don't know.
Okay, this is going to be 9 pool from Zerg.
Yes.
And Terran, so far, everything looks standard. So it's not 8 racks. Probably it's going to be 11 racks.
DeadInfested is going with the exact same build as last time.
Yeah. And so is Axis.
Yeah. So how do you think these builds are going to play out, given the fact that it's a 2-player map? And I actually don't know how long the rush distance is on this map compared to Polypoid.
I think it is sort of the same as Polypoid, not cross-spawn, but close positions.
Yeah, I think so,
Not
probably as well.
And I think 9 pool is going to be strong here, because there is no ramp.
Right, yeah.
Hard to block that entrance, it's pretty wide as well. And Axis is going to have like 1 or 2 Marines when links come.
He's gonna have a very early scout here. Looks up the SCV.
Yeah, so he needs to... Okay, he starts a bunker, so it's exactly as the same as last game.
Lings are coming up. Is he gonna keep making lings? There's 8 lings. Apparently he's making more lings. Because last game we saw that he made only the initial 6 lings.
Yeah, and also speed is being upgraded, so it's sort of an all-in, I think. He wants to just overrun with links.
I guess it's possible to transition out 9 full speed, but I feel like he has to go right now. Well, this is not enough to break the bunker, right?
Yeah, with 3 Marines.
His lings are kind of pathing wrongly. Oh, there he goes.
Okay, there's this.
I think Terran is at this point is like wondering, where's the lings? Aren't they coming?
Probably, yeah. Okay, I see that DeadInfested started gathering gas again. Okay, links are attacking us. They're not going to go kill bunker. They're just going to be annoying. This is pretty dangerous, actually. Speeds
Yeah,
are
I think so. The speed really makes a big difference because you can actually like catch these Marines now if they're too far out. You can surround the next Marine coming out of the bunker as well.
Also, look, layer is almost done, and
Yeah.
there is like no tech from Terran yet. Maybe he wants to follow with like lurkers or something like that.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
No, wait. If it was lurkers, he had to build Hydra Den earlier, right? Before the
Yeah,
layer.
you would normally build a Hydra Den. I mean, I guess maybe he's gonna make a Spire, but I don't know. You've got 1 gas.
Okay, because the second racks not gonna build.
There's a lot of land. And he's got only 1 Rax building here.
Oh, those Marines
Oh,
are.
they're pretty far. Yeah. I think you can actually probably bust a bunker. Don't you think? If you get a nice surround.
It feels that way, yeah. Unless a lot of SCVs are.
It's clear very quickly. Yes, there. I think we can salvage it, but I don't know. He's still got a control group of links. He's got 5 Marines.
More links are coming,
Yeah, they're still coming.
and 6 more links are being built.
There's no tech, by the way. There's no Hydra Den, there's no Fire. There's
Yeah, this
there,
feels
but
strange, yeah. Layer without anything.
the DeadInfested actually has quite a lot of minerals at this point. And he's mining gas, so I guess... Oh wait, he's not mining gas, actually. Yeah, I don't know what the follow-up is going to be, because at this point, it's gonna keep on getting harder and harder to break just links.
Yeah, there's a Hydra Den now, so maybe lurkers.
Ah, there we go, the Hydra Den. Yeah, you don't need much gas to do Hydras or lurkers.
I couldn't really say. Aren't lurkers like... How
Well,
much does it cost for a lurker?
Actually, I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's 100 gas maybe, but you don't need as many lurkers as mutas. Like, you can't do anything with 3 mutas, but you can do a lot with 3 lurkers at this stage in the game.
True, true. Here you could even do a lot with 1 lurker. There is no detection apart from 1 scan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. There's only 1 scanner. It's 1 base. This is, yeah, if there's lurkers here, this would be a really different story.
I like the second bunker
Yeah.
to stabilize. Oh, there's a medic.
Well, he's gonna get the bunker, but he actually got a lot of shots off on those things.
Yeah, it feels like Terran has now stabilized.
Yeah, I mean, the Hydras are coming up now, but what can you do with these? lurks are strong, but without support, it's not really something you can very easily pull off. I mean, he's made more lings, so.
DeadInfested is basically now fully all-in, I think.
Yeah, this is fully all in, yeah. This is 100%. If this doesn't work, you might as well just GG, because Terran's gonna run across the map and get it. And, you know, it's Terran. Terran only needs one base. You don't actually need to get additional bases as Terran, so.
And there was a scan now. I think it was in main, right?
I actually didn't catch that, sorry.
Yeah, me too. But if it was in main, then Axis knows what's coming.
He has to know what's coming, right? Yeah.
eBay is almost done, so...
Lurker eggs are morphing.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, Marines are going to check. Yeah. Nice run by.
Yeah, that's only... well, these can take it. Okay, so the lurkers are there. Buried. Oh, that's insane.
Okay, there is this guy.
These guys are going down to these marines.
Yeah, okay. That feels like that's it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's literally no units. There's 8 drones, and there's overlords. That's it.
It depends if
This is droning actually right now. There's
yeah,
literally
see,
no fighting units.
Axis can't really walk across without risking walking over some hidden lurkers. You know?
That's
so
true.
it's kind of scary.
That's true.
So it may be actually a good move, you know, to drone and sort of bluff that you're okay.
I guess so,
And
yeah.
get back into the game.
Well, we'll see in a few minutes if he doesn't die. It was a great game between Light and Soma recently on their streams on this map, where Light absolutely trashed Soma on one base. Really impressive to watch.
I think I haven't seen that one. Was it in ASL?
No, it was just a stream match. I think it was probably a sponsored match. But
Okay.
it really showed like how much you can do as Terran with just one base on this map.
Yeah, Terran is pretty decent on low amount of bases.
Yeah.
I think very few people play like that in CPL because everyone tries to play standard.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you try to play in a way that will actually give you long-term benefits in terms of learning how to play, right?
Yeah. And it's considered that you need to play like meta. Apart from, there was one coach which was advocating one base play. I think models.
Okay.
Recently, actually, I've seen it.
I suppose maybe it's not a bad playstyle. It's possible to make it work. I mean, you probably have a few less headaches, a few less things to worry about if you have just one base.
I've tried it on ladder, and what it really helps with is you get to practice unit control much earlier.
Okay.
Since you sort of like start game, in 5 minutes you're already fighting, and then you win or lose. You start another game.
So it's like CVCs all day.
Sort of, yeah. You can make any matchup into a ZZ if you play one base.
That's right, yeah. There's a Spire coming up. We finally have a fighting unit for Zerg. There's one Hydralisk. Terran scans and sees that there's a hive coming up. There's lots of sunks. But Terran is going. Terran is moving out.
Yeah, this is strange because Axis was waiting for so long. I thought he was waiting for a vessel, but
Yeah, I
he
thought so as well.
out.
Yeah. I mean, you can't cover this area with scans, but maybe it just feels like, well, if there's lurkers, I'll just try my best to walk away and go back into my base.
Probably, yeah. And it's actually pretty bad for DeadInfested, because he only has seconds and there are 4 tanks.
There are 4 tanks. These tanks aren't going to do anything.
Okay.
Scans the natural, sees that there's nothing there. Well, there's 1 lurker, that's it. These tanks are going to go down so fast. Oh yeah, there's a greater spire.
There is a greater spire, but it won't be on time. So let's see. There's a vessel flying towards the army, so once it's here, Terran will probably try to push.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see what's going to do. Oh, there's
Okay.
the GG. Okay.
GG.
Yep. Very nice series from Axis, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Axis looked pretty strong.
Yeah, I think so. Set up the next game.
You also had to improvise a bit with like fighting 9 pool. Probably you don't practice for that specifically, unless you do, I guess. If your coaches tell you.
Alright, the next game is up.
Yeah, I keep expecting that the game will sort of take me to the next game automatically.
Exactly, yeah. That's how it normally is when you're watching a cast.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, this is Butter. This is game 2.
Oh my god, you're right. What have I done? Well, I think maybe they played the first game on Butter. Is that possible? Because this was listed as game 1.
Probably.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Well, this is a ZVZ, so we'll be in the next game in 2 minutes anyway.
Yeah. So you will have to carry me here because I really don't have anything to say about ZVZ.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I remember that last season 7, that was my first season. I think your first season as well.
Yeah.
I remember that I wanted to practice with someone, and you said, okay, I'll just play off-race Zerg. I said, okay, sure. And then you just beat my off-race. You just beat my Zerg with your off-race Zerg like 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, I can improvise, but I don't know any like theory or proper meta builds and stuff like that, you know. I see that Insomniac.
Yeah, this is mirrored builds, mirrored 9 pool.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see if either of them takes the gas and just goes.
So,
well, I mean, you are gonna take the gas anyway, but. Oh, actually, it's a drone trick. Yeah.
Gas. Okay, it was.
Okay, yeah. So DeadDumble went for the gas. He's gonna go for speed, and Insomniac is actually going to
More
go a little bit
Zerglings.
heavier on minerals. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be quite a difference here.
If one of the players went 12 hatch here, what would it look like? Is it auto lose versus 9 pool?
Well, it's almost impossible to hold in my experience, unless you're just way better than the other player. But yeah, it's really hard to make that work. A 12 pool would have been great here for either player. Or a 9 hatch would be great as well. Because a 9 hatch, you have enough time to actually get your defense up.
9 hatch.
Yeah.
Does it? What does it?
It gives you very quick extra larva.
I see.
Actually,
Okay,
I'm not
so-
entirely sure if you can actually hold 9 pool with the 9 hatch. Come to think of it, I mean, I feel like you should be able to, but it's so tight. It's so fast. These lings are so fast. Maybe someone in the chat can actually tell us if that's possible. If you can hold 9 pool with 9 hatch. It is doable against aggressive openings in other matchups. So.
Yeah, maybe it is, but I can't tell. We will see it one of the ZVZs.
Yeah, it's actually kind of... Oh, wow, there's one ling being picked off right here. This is actually a very tense situation right now, because if someone wins the ling war here, then it's just over. Because
Yeah,
there's no... Yeah, there's no quick lair on the way for anyone. There's another hatchery coming up in the same base for Insomniac.
It feels like DeadDumble has advantage now.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely, yeah, definitely. Because Insomniac is not going to break in with lings right here. I mean, DeadDumble doesn't have that many lings, but I feel that if... Oh, maybe he's not on top of actually scouting how many lings Insomniac has. It's possible. Because there's not that many lings for DeadDumble. But Insomniac is staying back right now, so I think this is going to work out for DeadDumble.
Yeah, he's sort of in the map while Insomniac is in base.
Yeah, and they're both in their lairs now, but DeadDumble's hatchery was done sooner, and his lair is going to be done in just a moment.
Plus, he can gather gas from that hatchery, right?
Yeah, he's actually had a very substantial gas lead. He's actually pretty low on minerals. I think he's probably move one drone to minerals for a little bit. Okay,
Yeah,
so...
makes sense.
Oh yeah, that Insomniac is going for an Evo chamber, so I think he realizes he's going to be just behind if he goes for Muta right away.
So in this situation, if you see that your mutas will be later, or you will have fewer, what are your options?
Well, I think at this point, you don't necessarily have to go Evo chamber. I think if you put down a Spire immediately after this lair finished, you'll be behind, but you won't be that far behind. I think it's still playable. And it's also possible to make Scourge in a situation like that, because it's kind of hard to engage Scourge. So yeah, I feel like it wasn't really necessary to go Evo in this situation. But at the same time, it might just be, for Insomniac, it might just be the way he prefers to play. I mean, it's kind of difficult to attack a player when they've got spores. It takes a totally different approach than when they don't have spores.
That's true.
You can't just make mutas and go into a muta fight, which is what I like to do personally. Personally, I really don't like playing against spores.
Yeah, spores are very strong, but they can't really move anywhere, so
Yeah.
it's helping you not die, but they're not helping you win the game, really.
Yeah, in this case, I think it's quite nice that he has one base, because you only need 2 spores to cover the whole... Well, actually, I think he can... maybe he can hit the Spire from here, actually. Insomniac Spire is quite far away from the spores. It might be possible for him to snipe the Spire. But yeah, DeadDumble has 2 bases, so if he went spores, you'd need twice as many spores, right?
Mm, I don't know. It feels like one spore can kill infinite amount of air units. So.
Yeah.
But also, DeadDumble doesn't really need any spores since he sort of controls the game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm honestly, I'm not entirely sure what the best approach here is because Insomniac is clearly turtling very, very heavily. So what do you do in a case like that? I mean, you can't really break him right now, I feel. He's got he's actually got an impressive amount of mutas. And he's got spores. Oh, yeah. He's just flying right past. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have any mutas.
And if Spire is now killed,
yeah, you got
okay.
Well, that was, yeah. I feel at this point, I mean, you can remake the Spire, but you're already behind, so I don't feel that this was a bad call to GG here.
Same, yeah. Not even because of Spire, but it felt like Insomniac was just on the defensive. Like, he wasn't playing to win, but playing to survive a bit longer. I don't even know what your plan would be from that position to win.
Yeah.
And I remember now that I need to join the game. So. Okay.
Alright. And this is Polypoid, which was supposed to be our first map, but it's our second map. I actually don't know, maybe I screwed up, I'll actually check later, but here we are, in the top right corner, it's DeadDumble.
And bottom left is Insomniac.
This is why I need a co-caster, I need someone else to say the name of the other player.
Yeah, it's too time consuming to say the names of both players.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You're gonna miss some important thing in the game while saying the other name.
Yeah, exactly. Right at the beginning. Well, it looks like both players just making drones. No 4 pools.
This is what I like in StarCraft 1, as opposed to StarCraft 2, that you have to just make workers in the beginning, as opposed to starting with like 12 of them. Because it feels relaxing to do that. I like it.
I have not played StarCraft 2 at all, so I actually don't know. But it's interesting. I should give it a try sometime.
I haven't played it either, but I sometimes watch Artosi's casts of some championships.
Okay,
it looks very different.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of it. But since I've not really played the game myself, I don't really know what's going on. So
Zergling reinforcements
definitely
arriving.
more interesting if you know what's going on.
Okay, it's 9 pool for DeadDumble, and for Insomniac it is Overpool, right? The pool is a bit later, but he has Overlord already.
Yeah, he has an Overlord already. Overpool is kind of a niche build in CVZ. It's not a build that you can do normally. I mean, it's a standard build in CVP, but in CVZ, it's considered to not give you really a very big advantage over just straight up 9 pool. You're better off using 12 pool or 12 hatch. But it's going to work out just fine. He's actually going to have a slightly better economy.
Mm-hmm. And you can defend 9 pool, right?
There's a hatch in the main for Insomniac again. Sorry, what was your question?
Overpool defends 9 pool without a problem, right?
Yeah, without a problem, yeah.
Okay.
DeadDumble's going for the natural. So we've got 1 base versus 2 base again.
Yeah, DeadDumble is very ahead on tech, it seems. Layers already morphing.
Layers already, yeah. Definitely. what's kind of interesting? Like I mentioned, I normally use Mac, but right now I'm using Windows to cast these games, and I feel like my mouse speed is just very slightly off. It's like, it's not enough that you can really notice it, but it's enough that sometimes I try to turn off one of the user's vision, and then I accidentally scroll up like that. It's very disconcerting.
It may be that feature which is called Enhanced Pointer Precision.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that. It's like a mouse acceleration or something, right?
Yeah, and usually pro gamers turn it off because it makes it non-linear.
Okay, right, yeah. I know there's mouse acceleration in Mac by default, but it probably has a slightly different algorithm. On Windows, like maybe the curve is slightly different or something like that.
Can you turn it off on Mac?
I'm not sure, actually. I should give that a try sometime. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not possible, actually. Oh.
Okay, so there's Spire already for DeadDumble.
Yeah, and the lair is only just finishing right now for Insomniac. Well, Insomniac does have a very impressive drone lead at this point.
Also, players don't know what they're doing, like what their opponent is doing.
He hasn't even scouted him. He doesn't have an Overlord. His Overlord is coming right now, but it's very slow.
Yeah, but it kind of works both ways. Well, I guess that DeadDumble knows that there is no expo for Insomniac, so he probably feels good about it.
Yeah.
Because he owns one. But he doesn't know what's in, like, what the tech is.
Yeah, if that Dumble was going for like a
Zergling
3-hatch
reinforcements arriving.
Ling Oin, he would just be dead. You know, ramp or no ramp. But he's not going for that, so I think he's going to be okay for now. But yeah, the tech is going very quickly here.
More
I
Zerglings.
think he's probably going to have to go into Evo, maybe.
So, are you supposed to scout your opponent on 4-player map in ZVZ with a drone, or?
Well, it's sort of situational, I feel. Normally you scout with your Overlord, you know where they are, and then if you don't have an Overlord over their base, it's a big disadvantage, so then it's better to get some Lings over and just poke around and see what they're doing. But in this case, I feel like he should just... He doesn't know right now that he can break out and secure his natural, but he should be trying that and looking to see if he can get some map control here and scout with him. He does finally have his Overlord in natural now. He sees that I feel he's probably gonna be making an Evo chamber soon. Or actually, he's got his Spire's done. But he's supply blocked right now because of that Overlord being picked off, so there's no units coming out. I feel this may be a very quick GG here.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
I mean, there's nothing coming here. Okay, finally he's got 2 Overlords, and now 3 Mutas are building. 4 Mutas are building.
This is probably the moment where you panic and go out with all your links, right? To try to counter attackers.
That would be a good idea, I think. There's 4 Mutas at the edge of the base, with 4 more coming. So I think there's no way you hold this. I mean, I feel at this point you should probably be making Scourge rather than Mutas, but yeah.
Seems that exactly that is happening. Now I'm just fighting.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. I mean, he has a ton of Lings, and there's nothing here to defend. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that there's literally no units here. This may be a base race, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's actually just nothing here. Well, there's a couple of Lings coming out, but that's not going to do anything. But probably 1 or 2 Mutas are gonna... Oh, actually, there's no Mutas being made right now. If you just make a couple of Mutas, you can hold this off.
Lings kill much faster, right?
Yeah, I think so. You can't lift up his buildings for sure. But the Lings need to move into the main. The Lings aren't going into the main.
Okay, there are mutas now.
Yeah, the mutas are being built right now, so this will be helped. I mean, it doesn't matter if it kills his fire. You can kill every drone. Actually, Sonic has 0 drones. So, he has enough money to make new drones. Very cool game. All the mutas are actually coming back.
There is still a chance. He just needs to kill all buildings, right? And that's it.
Can he do it in time? Yeah, he might be able to. There's actually a lot of wins.
Yeah, look, it's very close.
It is.
There's
It's
an
quite
attachment,
close,
yeah.
Oh, but now all the mutas are back.
Let's see. Gas is dead, so it's just 300 HP on hatch.
He's not coming on the hatch right now.
Oh.
Come on, kill the hatch. Come on.
Oh, that was pretty close.
Yeah, it was actually pretty close. It was actually a really, really good game. This is reminding me of there was a good game in KSL. I think it was KSL where which ended with a base race as well. Zerg versus Zerg. Those games are just very interesting.
KSL? Wasn't it like?
Wasn't it KSL? Maybe you know the game that I'm talking about. It was a game, a Zerg versus Zerg, which ended with an extractor being killed by Lings. One being just very slightly faster than the other.
I haven't seen that one.
It kind of sounds stupid because I don't remember exactly who the players were, so I should look that up.
I thought KSL was the one where there is no mirrors.
No, KSL has mirrors.
Okay.
So let me just double check that this is game 1. Creating game. Alright.
Joining.
Here we go. So we're on Polypoid again this time. This is Justice, the Terran player, bottom right.
And WhiskeyDingo, a Zerg player, bottom left.
I'm glad that we haven't had to switch colors yet. All the colors are nice so far. Let me actually see if I can... Oh, no, I can't. Players are all yellow.
It didn't even display. Wait.
Oh, yeah, you can't see that. That's something I just did on stream, but yeah. I just shift tapped, is what I meant. But, both players are not playing on the top versus bottom, so...
Aye, aye, aye.
Aye, aye, aye. Well, it doesn't matter. These are nice colors, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, we're lucky.
One of the cool things about KSL is that they always played with the standard colors. They always played with red and blue, which I think they did because red and blue are the colors of the Korean flag.
Oh.
Because it was the Korea Star League, right?
They're also just classic colors, like in boxing, for example, you have red corner, blue corner, right?
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so standard 11 racks from Terran. And
Zerg,
looks like
yeah.
12 hatch, right?
I think so, yeah.
Or 11. No, 12.
There we go, yeah. And looks like he's gonna scout. So this is looking very standard.
Yeah, so far.
It may still turn to a base race, of course, but...
You never know.
You never know, yeah. Turn scouting the top right. Zerg is actually cross scouting, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think Zergs do that to check for BBS or something like that in the middle of the map.
Yeah, if you're going 12 hatch and there's early aggression from Terran, it's just the worst thing ever. You really don't want to deal with that. It's so difficult to hold that.
Okay, so both players found each other. And
Overlord's actually going cross as well. So
Justice goes CC before second Debo, I think.
oh, I wasn't actually checking, but yeah, I think you're right.
It's supposed to be safe versus 12 hatch. If you find them quick, you can be greedy.
There's the third hatch coming up for Zerg.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. If it's 3 hatcheries before gas, that's what they call 3 hatch, right?
Yeah, there's the extractor's only just finishing. I actually don't think that the Terran got a scout of the main to see that the third hatch before the gas was going up.
Yeah, SCV got caught there near the ramp.
So he's making a bunker just to be safe. There's almost no lings out, but there will be. There will be lings.
If you lose your SCV, you kind of have to.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's no. For now, there's no plan here for Zerg except to make lings, right? I mean, I don't actually know because I'm not very good at Zerg versus Terran. I don't really like playing the matchup all that much, but I don't see. Okay, he's going Lair right now, but I feel like when you have this late a gas and 3 hatches, you want to put on some pressure and do some damage, but he's just droning.
Yeah, there is one creep colony, I guess, just to be safe as well.
Yeah.
Even though he still has lings and overlords near turn base, so that could have been delayed. And second gas going up. I don't see Hydra Den yet. Oh, there's another SCV. Okay, so that will be a nice.
Very nice scout. I think especially in tier 3, it's just very nice if people scout because I remember when I started playing, that was kind of a hard thing to get into, a hard habit to get into. You kind of just want to focus on your build when you're really new to the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah,
and
very nice. Hydra Den is up.
Yeah, and I think Justice saw the Hydra Den building with this CP. And there is now a Spire as well, so it's like both decks at the same time.
Yeah, I guess this isn't bad because when they scan, they see that you have Spire and Hydra. They have to wonder, like, okay, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna have to deal with lurkers or with Midas? And you have to make the turrets, and there may not even be any units.
Okay, I missed that, but it seems eBay was built before Academy, and there's already +1 halfway done for Terran, so...
Yeah, this is quite nice. Nice to get that +1 going.
But I think lurkers are supposed to sort of shut it down, the quick +1.
Yeah, you need +1 armor, right, against lurkers, because then they have the 3 shots instead of being able to 2 shots. Am I wrong about that?
No, that's correct.
Yeah.
But I think attack is also fine. Just the quick
Just
with
got 2
+1 sort of become scary when there are lurkers in the map. So you can't really take advantage of that. There are only 3 barracks, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, he's pretty safe though. I mean, look at these bunkers here. There's bunkers, there's the turrets. So you're not gonna bust this very easily with lurkers. I think you could if you have enough lings to back. If you have like, what would you need to bust something like this? I guess you need like 4 lurkers and a good set of lings, like maybe a control group and a half or something. Or do you think that's not enough? I mean, I'm sort of assuming that you don't have like 12 SCVs on every bunker repairing. It's like that will hold anything. That will hold an infinite amount of lurkers and lings, but...
Well, lurkers, they kill SCVs very fast when they attack.
Right. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I think the standard response is to build at least 3 bunkers and then add as needed if you see more lurkers, but I don't really know exact numbers. It seems safe. Like if I was Zerg, I wouldn't attack into that.
Yeah, it seems very, very risky. I mean, I kind of would appreciate if someone tried something so risky and so crazy, because it's just interesting to see. But I don't blame WhiskeyDingo for just taking a normal approach here. Defensive stance. And yeah, there's actually no air tag at all from Zerg. And he's going into Queen's Nest and double Evo right now, so...
Yeah, it seems that Spire is just for Scourge, to prevent drops and maybe later hunt vessels.
Yeah.
I don't see any Muta. And it looks like... I don't even know, you probably can't call it Crazy Zerg because there are lurkers, right? Or
well,
maybe...
it's there is sort of an alternate version of Crazy Zerg where you skip mutas and use lurkers instead, whereas the normal Crazy Zerg you skip lurkers and go straight into mutas. But I don't know. I feel like there's different opinions on whether you can call that Crazy Zerg or if it's a different thing entirely.
Okay, there's a third up for Zerg, which is pretty safe with 3 lurkers.
Nice, actually, yeah.
And it seems like Terran is going for 3 tank, 1 vessel push, from what I'm seeing. There's 1 vessel ready. Way. And if Defiler is not ready,
yeah,
might be pretty deadly.
Yeah, the hive is about halfway done now. So it's gonna be a while. I mean, you need to get Consume out as well.
Zerg seems to have a lot of drones though, pretty good economy, but a lot of unspent resources as well. So that could have been army. And we will see if it's critical or not this game.
Zerg's
Yeah,
taking a very close
out.
fourth, by the way.
Oh yeah, fourth.
That's an interesting location. I would not want to take this location, to be honest.
I guess it's more of a hidden fourth, maybe.
Yeah.
Just count Terran won't go there. Yeah. It's very easy for Terran to attack there. Pretty close to rally point.
You've got these siege tanks. You could just walk up there and kill this. There's only a handful of links here.
Okay, Ultra Cavern is on the way. No defilers, it seems.
But yeah, Terran has no idea that this base is here, so I guess it's not a bad base to take.
It seems that Terran is going to bust third. And I think WhiskeyDingo doesn't know yet. Okay, now he should know. Overlords are running away. Let's see how he reacts. That's a sunken, I guess? 2 sunken?
Oh, this will get picked up.
Nice snipe.
Very
Nice
nice,
snipe.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can break this because, I mean, how many scans do you have?
True. And even if you scan, lurkers can just burrow a bit farther back.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very nice snipe, but the next vessel's already coming up, so I guess he will be able to break this because...
There's a counterattack at natural of Terran. Pretty nice. And there are not many units there, so they'll get a lot of damage, it feels like.
Oh, he's getting a siege. There's actually no marines out right now.
Yeah. Look, a lot of damage. It's pretty good for
He's actually fighting the SCVs, which I guess will clear this up, but... Yeah, it's really... Oh, so many SCVs die.
Yeah, meanwhile Justice attacks top left.
This is actually really bad now. There's actually enough links there to just damage the barracks.
Yeah, so it seems it will be like traded. Natural of Terran will be traded for third of third.
Yeah, but this isn't even very costly, I feel. I mean, it's bad to lose base, but there's only one drone there.
Oh, Zerglings on top of barracks. Barracks dying.
So many Zergs.
Fire.
See, I told you there was going to be a base race.
True.
We're just going to have base races this year.
Okay, Nida's finished for
Oh my god,
WhiskeyDingo.
those barracks are dying so quickly. Look at this. The ultras are coming out now. These are not upgraded ultras yet, but it doesn't matter. They're just going to lose everything.
Yeah,
This is GG. Actually, I'm surprised that he's still at the third base. He should have started clearing the attack on his main long ago, I think. And he's got like 5 or 6 tanks or something there, and like 2 control groups of Marines.
true.
He's gonna lose the game just from losing all his buildings.
Yeah, basically Terran just has one army, and he needs to kill Zerg with it now.
Unfortunately, there's no queen. I was kind of hoping we were gonna see like an infested command center here, because it's just floating. It's completely defenseless.
But it needs to
yeah.
be burning, right?
Oh no, it's completely full of health.
I mean to infest it.
Oh, to
with
infest it,
wind.
yeah. You need to get it down to burning, right? He actually has. Maybe he has enough scourge. No, he doesn't have enough scourge.
Okay,
If you attack
now
a CC with 7 scourge, you can infest it.
that's nice math. Terran counterattacks the Zerg natural now.
Actually, Zerg is kind of a problem because Zerg has nothing that can hit air. And there's 2 CCs that are floating out that can't be killed by the Zerg vessel. But I don't think it really matters, right? Because Zerg still has 3 bases.
Yeah, but he's in a bit of trouble at his natural right now.
Yeah, this is a very powerful Terran army.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
there's honestly no way you can win this. I mean, you have no SUVs.
Yeah, you basically have this one army and that's it.
I guess technically you could land your CC and start making SUVs again because he's got 2,000 minerals.
Okay,
There's
GG.
Justice 69,420. GG's. Very nice game, very cool game.
Yeah. Classic Zerg tactics, counter-attack and win.
Exactly, yeah.
Good game. Do you subconsciously root for Zergs whenever you cast games?
A little bit, because I kind of feel like, oh, if the Zerg does something very impressive, I just think like, oh, I wish I could do that, you know? So I do it a little bit.
Yeah, taking notes for next games. I need to try that. This.
There we are. Next game. It's been going quickly so far.
Yeah. About Butter, it feels like most games on this map really only happen on the right side, you know?
Yeah,
Very rare.
exactly, yeah. I mean, we've seen some pro games where the whole map got taken, but it doesn't seem to happen that much at this level.
Yeah, exactly. You can remove the left half and it will probably lead to the same games.
Yeah, I think so. Look at this, blue versus blue.
And it's not top versus bottom, okay.
Nope. So we're stuck with this. But I think it's fine if it's 2 different races. If it was Zerg versus Zerg, it would be kind of different, but...
Dark blue versus slightly less dark blue.
Slightly less dark blue, yeah. I think this is like the... Is this the natural player color?
I don't know.
You know how when if you're a Zerg and you have something making, like lings for example, and you GG before the lings come out, the lings will actually hatch like I think in this light blue color, because that's like the natural or the neutral player color.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like a tiny little glitch.
I think it is 9 pool from WhiskeyDingo. And it is 11 rocks from Terra.
Yes, absolutely. Is this a build that is one of your standard builds, like one of your standard approaches to a TVZ?
Yeah, I think the most meta build there is. Just 11 rocks, and then Expo, then second rocks, Academy, and so on.
Right.
Most videos you look up, they sort of teach you that, or F2S series and stuff like that.
And what's the math versus a 9 pool? This is a comfortable hold, right?
On the maps with a ramp, you have to pull 4 SCVs on the ramp and hold position them with Marines, and you hold it. And on here, I actually don't know how many SCVs you need to pull to block that choke.
Right, yeah.
Maybe 5, 6. So it should be stronger on this map.
I was actually making a bunker, but pretty far out. I'm not sure if this is the right placement. What do you well, I guess they make pretty quickly. Oh, he's actually canceling the bunker.
Yeah, it's not enough time, I think, because links are so fast. Okay, so...
Oh, he's pulling SCVs now. Oh, yeah, there they come.
1, 2, 3. It feels like it's not enough. Okay, more SCVs are there. Nice. So it should be safe now for turn.
Yeah, I think this was just barely in time. Everything.
Yeah. Okay, and
I actually think Zerg was... Oh, sorry, I actually had the replay progress open there. My bad. But I actually think that the Zerg was a little bit slow with the links. Is that possible?
I don't know. It felt all right. I mean, at least Terran couldn't finish the bunker at natural, so...
Yeah. Well, actually, it was a very nice decision by Terran to just cancel the bunker. Because if you don't, then and the links just run you over, that must be the worst feeling.
Yeah, definitely. It's the worst feeling to have links in your base early game, when you have like 4 or 5 Marines. It is so annoying, and they can kill a lot of SCVs.
So there's a lair on the way for Zerg. CC being built. Just 1 Rex. No overreaction from Terran.
Yeah, and this 3rd hatch was started after the layer, right? So this is not 3 hatch like first game.
Oh yeah, oh, actually,
I
I'm
missed
not
that
entirely
one.
sure actually. Well, the hatch is done now and the lair is still building, but I actually don't know how... what the difference is between making a hatch and making a lair. I don't know if the lair takes longer to build.
Me too. Okay, SCVs, so everything there is to see, that's good. And I think you can assume that it's not lurkers, because you didn't find any then, and layer was almost done.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, there is a spire.
Yeah. Spire being built now. Second gas.
And Justice again built eBay before Academy, so I guess that's his
Okay,
fault.
yeah.
Fast plus
Build.
1.
SCV coming out. This one actually has minerals. That one Ling's running behind the SCV and can't catch it.
Yeah. Hard with 1 lane. Oh, but there is Sunken, so... Well, a nice block with drone as well. Okay, Terran is on 3 barracks now, so far.
Set's coming up as well.
Yeah. And you probably should already start turrets
Actually,
around.
range is still on the way. I guess range will be done by the time the mutas get there.
It's not always on time for mutas. Usually, from 2 hatch, I know that mutas come before your range is finished, so you have to hide at first behind turrets. There are no turrets, by the way, so
Yeah,
mutas
this is
might...
actually surprising to me that turrets are. I guess they will finish just in time because the mutas are building. Oh, they're actually done right now.
Okay, I see turrets are started.
I think he's going to be just in time. And besides, the mutas are not actually making a beeline for the main, so
Yeah.
he's going to be just fine. Yeah, I think maybe if the mutas had like gone straight to the Terran, they still would have just barely finished on time, I think.
It feels that way, yeah.
So this is very nicely timed out by Justice.
Yeah. And it was like not standard timing, so I guess Justice knows it better than me. Yeah, but so far none dead, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's one very low, but yeah, that was nice, I guess. He's actually splitting off the injured mutas.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And 3 fresh ones are coming. That will be 7. And when attack upgrade finishes, 7 mutas can... It's a magic number, right? To kill turrets.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I will say that for me this game became a lot more enjoyable once I kind of figured out how to micro mutas. Because there's just so much you can do with that. And it's actually kind of fun to do, I think. I think it's kind of fun to practice muta micro.
I guess so, but it is so unintuitive to me, the muta micro.
Okay. How so? It's just difficult to do, or?
Yeah, it feels like I can do the same clicks with mouse, and mutas behave differently somehow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like when you right click on a unit versus move commanding it. It depends on whether it's in range or not. Like if the muta's in range of that unit and you right click it to attack it, it doesn't really do anything. It just kind of sits there and it slowly turns around and starts attacking. But if you move command it, it will make a very direct movement towards that unit, and then you right click it to attack it. So it's just a difference in how they work with when they're in range.
Yeah, it feels very. I don't know how people figured all those things out.
Yeah.
Very unintuitive and esoteric.
But I think there's like, I mean, it's a very strange, bad logic, but I think there is a sort of logic to it, like how they work, how it works.
Okay, so it seems that there is not that much harassment with mutas.
No, I'm actually a little bit surprised.
Has them, but doesn't do anything.
It is very difficult to do it though, and we have, oh, very nice scan there on the third.
Yeah.
Mutas flying in. Tried to pick off a siege tank, but only got one shot off.
Also feels like the same strategy from Justice. Seems it's gonna be 3 tank push.
A lot of lurkers out now. I think this is very good macro for both players. Especially since things kind of... Yeah, there was that early 9 pool, and you kind of have to figure out, like, how do I macro up from here? How do I do everything properly so that nothing is late? But both players did so very well, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Mutas tried to delay the push now. But there is a vessel with irradiates.
Yes, and there's more tanks coming up as well. Actually, a tank in the main as well. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is a very powerful push, I feel.
Yeah, and Zerg doesn't have hive tech, so WhiskeyDingo will have to fight just with brute force.
Yeah, the hive just started, and the Terran actually scanned the main. So, if you're a Terran, I feel this feels very good.
Yeah, definitely.
You should be able to just break this with siege tanks. I mean, it's gonna be like 3 minutes before we have.
Yeah. Whenever you scan, it's hive tech. Okay, so it seems like inspiration of Zerg.
Did you see how fast those Marines died?
Yeah. Well, Steam +1 Marines, pretty good. And Zerg doesn't have armor to compensate for +1. Okay. Very difficult situation for Zerg now.
Yeah, I don't feel we can really do much here. Link's gonna get hit.
Yeah, once you have enough Marines, Links really don't do that. Okay.
The third is completely free as well. Oh, there's 3 lurks actually, I didn't see them. The lurks are gonna try to attack.
So it feels similar to game 1, but this time Justice attacked natural instead of third base.
Yeah.
And it worked much better.
Okay, we're gonna see GG here in a second. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but can you imagine anything happening? Unless you've got like 12 ultras ready to pop out of the EX, but
Only Links so far.
they're actually not even that because they're rallied to So I think
Yeah.
the vessel goes down the shot.
Marines are also in this array, like some here, some there, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Because everything Zero Pass is just dying.
Yeah, there's another big army moving out of the Terra Natural right now.
Yeah, a lot of reinforcements. A lot of medics there as well.
There's only 3 Marines attacking this hive machine. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. Okay,
Ah,
GG.
Yes. Very nice game. Nice game by Justice.
Very nice, yeah. And feels like opponents are closely matched, so we'll have game 3.
Just hit the score real quick. There we go. It's a 1-1.
Oh, very nice score screen compared to standard CPL score screen.
Oh, thank you. I put it
I
together
like
in like 5 minutes.
I guess the
Oh, I already
design,
had the background, but yeah.
design skills paying off.
Yeah, finally. Alright, we've got some very pretty colors this time. Red and blue. WhiskeyDingo on the top right. Justice in the bottom right. Oh, sorry. You can say it.
No,
No, go
okay.
ahead, go ahead. I don't want to...
Justice is at the bottom right. Justice 69 for 20.
Yeah, that's a very nice name. Can I just say that Justice is a very nice name as well, for a Terran especially. Like, it feels like the kind of name that Protosis would come up with.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Terran word.
That's what Terran is. Terran is justice.
Terran is all the good words, basically.
Yes.
The good guys of StarCraft.
Yes. Sort of. I don't think I'm not entirely sure if you can call anyone the good guys in StarCraft. Everyone does some things that are not completely acceptable.
That is just Protoss propaganda or Zerg propaganda.
This is the first time anyone has accused me of Protoss propaganda. No, I think eventually the Zerg are gonna overrun everything and win out in the end, so praise be to Zerg.
Praise the Overmind.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the same build from Justice, 11 racks, and this time WhiskeyDingo goes for 12 hatch.
Yep. I think this is very a good way to end this series on good nights. Very nice 4-player macro map.
Yeah.
Yes.
Artos says it's Zerg favorite. I don't know why, but
yeah, I don't know either. It's I'm not saying I disagree. I just don't know because I feel like maybe at this level it doesn't matter that much.
Zergling reinforcements arriving.
okay. So Justice scouted very quickly, so he knows he can take the CC before anything else.
Yeah.
Even before first Marine, he still built one Marine to be safe.
Yeah, very nice situation.
And it's 3 hatcheries before gas for WhiskeyDingo.
Yeah.
Resembles game 1.
Yeah, definitely. But game 1 we didn't see like a big commitment of links.
Yeah. This time I think we also want to see it, right? Only 2 links so far.
Yeah, the Terran actually left the main. Guess he's gonna come back in later. Oh, there he comes. There's 2 links here now, so
The chase begins.
the chase begins. I also think it's kind of interesting that some players really like to hunt down the SCV or the scouts, and other players just they just send one ling or one unit to attack it and then just forget about it.
I guess depends on how much APM you can spare to that. But it's very good to kill the SCV. Makes Terrans
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
It also kind of makes you, if you always pick up that SCV, then it kind of makes you wonder, like, well, I know he always picks off the SCV, but is he planning on doing anything with that?
Yeah.
For example, someone like Soma is always like putting everything in getting that SCV, you know, gone as soon as possible, regardless of whether he's doing something sneaky or not. You know, even if he's doing a totally normal macro game, doesn't he care that much about the SCV? Oh my god, look, he's just running.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh my god, this is bad.
Yeah, that is.
But there's so many.
Well, it's very disruptive to Terran.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't lose that many SCVs, I think. I didn't count how many, maybe 2 or 3.
It felt like 3, but plus mining time lost, plus just, you know, stress.
Yeah. Yeah, and he lost a couple of Marines. I'd say overall wasn't that bad.
Yeah, definitely not the end of the world, but still.
It was a good move. Oh, there's a Hydra then coming up.
Okay.
So it's gonna be lurkers, I guess.
Seems so, and Justice doesn't know. When he scouted, I think Lair just started, so...
Yeah, and it's pretty far tucked back in the base, so I don't think he saw this. Unfortunately, we can't check. You could check if it was like a live game, but if I turn off the vision, you can't see any buildings.
Yeah, I wonder why didn't they fix it yet?
Yeah, I don't know. Blizzard and fixing things. It's like, this is not a match made in heaven.
Okay, so Justice goes for quick tech, it seems. 2 barracks and then factory starport.
Yeah. What do you think he's gonna do with the starport? I mean, he's not gonna get an early vessel, right?
Maybe a dropship?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't think there's really an easy way to go Wraith here, right?
Yeah.
Especially on 1 starport.
Yeah, at this point, Wraiths can't really do anything. There'll either be Hydra or Muta.
Have you ever played Wraiths against Zerg?
Yeah, I tried recently. It either works or it goes very horrible. For me, at least.
It's kind of an... Oh, he sees the Hydras just walking past. So I guess he knows that there's no no Spire, and there's no Mutas on the way.
Well, he definitely knows to expect lurkers. There might still be a Spire.
That's true, yeah.
But I think the way the Hydras were going, it kind of hinted at third base as well.
Yeah,
because usually Turks do that.
yeah. They were not walking over to his base, that's for sure.
Okay, so this game +1 started much later for Justice, so that run by definitely paid off with Lynx, just by sort of stressing the player, delaying the build.
It's got a fair number of Marines now.
And it looks like three tank push again, right? We don't see third tank started yet, but...
Yeah, and the starport isn't really doing anything right now. He did make a control tower, so...
Yeah, it's gonna be vessel and tank, I think. Just waits for gas.
He did build the turrets, just in case of a lurker attack. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's actually moving out with the lurkers. I think he's gonna try to bust.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think he can do this. There's no way. Unless Terran just moves out right now with everything and walks over to the left side of the map or something, you're not breaking this.
Yeah, and it seems that there are no comsats for Justice, so he can't have easy scouting. But WhiskeyDingo doesn't know that. Okay, where are lurkers going? That is a strange position to burrow in.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that is about. Maybe he's hoping that the army moves out and then he can just move in.
I just noticed that Hydra speed was upgraded as well. It just finished.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Why? Is it Hydra Lurker?
Yeah, I suppose it's possible. Hydra Lurker Defiler.
There's second Evo. Let's see what it will upgrade. Okay, it's melee attack, so
Yes.
Hydra Lurker.
Yeah, very interesting. I see the range is also coming, so yeah, I actually don't know why this is being upgraded.
Okay, this is the push from Terran. Again,
And those lurkers are staying behind, by the way. Those lurkers could move into the natural right now.
Yeah, they should already start moving to flank. Oh, it's a counter attack. I see. It's game one basically. Same strategy.
Same strategy as game one.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe another base trick.
And the Terran army is... I think they can easily break Zerg Natural.
Seems so, yeah. Well, maybe not that easy. You still need to leapfrog tanks a bit because there are Sankens. And you need to defend them. So it's a nice turn attacks. To natural. Oh, there is no detection in the lane. Okay, there is scan.
Oh, but that was enough.
Yeah, it was just enough.
Oh my god, that was just enough, just barely. So I don't think this did enough damage.
You mean Zerg attack?
I don't think it did. What do you think? I mean, he does have very few SCVs right now. Maybe 15 SCVs or something.
I think it is fine if he can clean this force.
Oh no, just barely doesn't.
Barely not enough.
I say barely doesn't, but he still has 2 tanks.
Tanks are really not that good versus Zerg, apart from lurkers. And Hydra, of course.
Somehow tanks are just the scariest thing imaginable.
It destroys the Sankens.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay, there are reinforcements coming.
Yeah, so I see the Ultra Cavern just started, but I think it's gonna be a bit late.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know, I don't think you can hold on long enough in this situation. Just definitely need to start keep adding his marines and stuff.
WhiskeyDingo has a lot of gas bank though, so
There's-
if he can...
There's really not that many marines here. There's one control group.
Yeah, but also nothing to attack with into
I
those
think if you make enough Zerglings and attack from 2 sides, from the third and from the natural, you can break this.
Maybe. Oh no.
This is not a very
So far, yeah. I think WhiskeyDingo had this idea to attack from 2 sides.
I think it's just very low. I think if everything went at the same time, he maybe could have done it, but the attack was not very coordinated.
Well, and there were 4 tanks. That's pretty big splash damage as well.
Oh, what's the turn army doing actually? Turn army is like going back, and half it's going back up.
Maybe afraid of another counter-attack. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe just it just feels like it's doing the good booster now.
Yeah, exactly. I recently found out, by the way, that Irradi doesn't damage eggs. I thought it did.
Oh yeah, that's it. Irradiate, you mean?
Yeah, it irradiates.
Yeah, it's a mechanical unit, right? I mean, I guess there's a guy inside.
No. I mean eggs. It doesn't damage.
Oh,
lurker
eggs!
egg.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said the attack. My bad. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Confused. How's egg a mechanical unit?
No, yeah, my bad. Oh, there's only there's nothing here now. He's got a couple of Lings and Hydras.
The Ultra Cavern is done. There is a lot of gas, but there is not enough minerals to build them.
Ah, yes.
Ultras actually could have saved this. Like,
Yeah,
I know.
it still would have been difficult, just getting them down the ramp.
Okay, that's nice trade for Zerg. All the Marines left. Yeah. Okay, some reinforcements are coming though. So.
Justice has a lot of resources.
Yeah, I think focused on attack.
Yeah, which makes perfect sense.
vessels, not hydras. Yeah, but this was actually very good defense from Zerg. It was much closer than I thought. Hydras was dying while being rallied. Yeah, more reinforcements coming.
Yeah, I think WhiskeyDingo knows it's over. He's not even producing it. I mean, he doesn't have the money to. He literally has no money to make even Zerglings.
WhiskeyDingo is rebuilding, or more like building second Ultra Cavern at the top left.
That's very brave, actually. He's gonna continue fighting. This thing's going for a counterattack as well.
If only he had 3k minerals as well as 3k gas. He would have built a lot of Ultra there.
Well, Terran knows about the base in the top left, so I guess now he's just gonna start stamping out bases.
Yeah. There are some links in the middle to maybe counter-attack again. Spotted though. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not even that many links, to be honest.
Okay, seems 12 o'clock will go down as well. There's no defense.
Just a GG. Well, that was a very nice series, very even series, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever you have 3 games in series, you know, it was pretty even, pretty close. Good games. I feel like both players are pretty good.
Yeah, both players are in the upper end of tier 3.
Yeah, or in higher tiers. Promotion.
Yeah, maybe. But justice wins out in the end.
GG.
Justice triumphs over evil.
Indeed.
Can you see the next game?
Oh yeah. I just need to actually click the button. I still forget it sometimes.
There we go.
Let's go.
Alright, in the bottom left corner, in the fashionable black, it's Triple T.
And in the top left, it's Peru.
Peru.
Yep.
My arch nemesis, Peru.
Really?
Well, did you see that video? Who made that? I think Schemo made that. The video where I actually played against Peru in preseason, and at the end of the game, I was moving in all my Hydras into the Protoss main, and Peru GG'd. Do you remember this video?
Yeah, is it where you kept killing stuff after the...
Exactly. Yeah, I moved all my Hydras into the main and into the drone line, and the GG had already happened, but I just stayed in the game just to kill all the probes.
To satisfy your Zerg bloodlust.
Yes, exactly. It's just such a nice sound to hear those probes dying. They make a very unique sound, right? So,
Understand.
It's a very sad sound effect.
Yeah. makes you feel very good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is over pool, right? From Zerg.
Yes. Oh, he cancels. Oh. He didn't like the placement of that forge, so... Peru didn't. Places it on the right side. Oh, that's very interesting.
Oh, it is top versus bottom as well, so we can shift up and have normal colors.
Oh, very nice. But I actually kind of like the... I like the black. The black is a nice color.
I just can't see it on minimap very much.
That's true, yeah. Should I switch it? Yeah, maybe now it's a bit easier to see. Yeah, actually, it would maybe be nice if we could switch only the minimap when viewing the replay.
True. I think you can do the opposite, right? Switch only the normal. Okay, no, you can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can switch only the minimap in replays that I know of anyway. Look at that drone in the Protoss main. Almost looked like he was gonna make a hatch there or something. Like it went all the way to the bottom and then just sat there.
I think it was just hiding to
Yeah,
risk something.
that would be funny to see though. I would love to see a game like that with a hatch in the main.
Okay.
Whatever, as long as all the probes die, I'm good either way.
Very true. I actually support that. Killing probes is awesome. So what is it standard gas timing? 320-ish for ZVP?
320 is a bit late, I feel. I usually get my gas at around 240, 250.
I see, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's probably fine. You're not in any danger right now. If there's zealots out, you can fight them with lings, so I guess you don't need it right away, but yeah, you generally want to get into your gas pretty quickly.
The drone, by the way, is still alive. Nice.
Yeah, there's a probe in the Zerg main causing mayhem.
Oh,
Gets picked off by three drones.
it almost killed the drone. And stopped 2 from mining. Okay, now they are. Alright, so it looks to me that Protoss plays just standard. We will probably see Stargate now, right?
I feel like if you had a control group of lings, or maybe half control group, probably more than that, but you can run by here because there's actually nothing blocking this section here above the forge, right? I think you can just walk past in between the pylon and the cannon.
Yeah, you can, but you will lose a lot of things that way.
If you had like a control group of lings, you could probably do it.
Yeah, maybe. If they have speed as well. No speed so far as I can tell. And Zerg doesn't have layer, so it's going to be Hydras.
Yeah.
From 2 bases.
Speed is being researched.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's not all in, I think Zerg is supposed to have 3rd base by now, right?
Yeah, third. It's possible to do this on 2 base, but it's not very strong. You kind of want to have your 3rd base. It's just a little bit hard to defend against the zealots. But there was no early zealot pressure, so this is just kind of a not a very great build, I feel. He's got 2 sunks. They almost look like Terran sunks, anti-Terran sunks, but yeah, I think this amount of zealots isn't going to do anything.
Okay. Okay, I don't see Stargate in Protoss base, but I see Zealot legs being researched.
Yeah, by this moment the Corsair should already be flying out, right?
Yeah.
There's legs.
Legs
Okay,
and a
now-
couple hits.
Yeah, now the gateways are coming up, so now the Protoss can start to actually build an army that can fight Berserk. Because Protoss doesn't really have all that much. If there were Hydras in the way right now, you would just die. I mean, we have range being upgraded for the Hydras, but there's only one Hydra out. 2 Hydras. So very defensive stance from Berserk.
Yeah, maybe a bit too defensive.
Yeah, I feel like you could have gotten some damage done, but at the very least I find it very good to just walk up to the Protoss natural, and even if you can't do anything, it still scares them into making cannons.
Yeah. Not now though, definitely, because there are already many zealots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the window has passed for that.
And
And besides, Protoss already got 4 cannons, which is also a fair amount of money to spend. Even though there was basically no pressure from Berserk.
yeah. What about fighting Hydras versus Zealots? If you don't have lurkers, do Hydras lose that or it depends?
No. This is not going to be bad. These Zealots are going to get These Hydras have to run away now. I mean, still, it's not that many Zealots, but you really need a lot of Hydras to be able to do a Hydra-only strategy. You can totally fight Zealots with just Hydras. You need good Nitro, you need...
There is some decent micro, right?
I'm actually surprised that the Protoss didn't pull back a little bit sooner, because this is not that many Zealots.
Yeah.
They don't have their +1 yet, it's a +1 is still late. It's actually just finishing right now. And now I feel like Protoss is actually a little bit in trouble. So many Zealots were lost. I mean, there's not that many Hydras right now, but it's enough to do some damage. Maybe pick up the forge, pick up the gateway. Actually, these cannons are quite close.
Yeah, and there is like another control group in the natural of Zerg, so with that you could
It's a lot of
maybe
Hydras.
kill the gate for me.
Yeah, there's still no Corsair out, so there's no reason for these Hydras to stay here.
Okay, there's third base going up, and maybe fourth as well. I see a drone there.
Yeah.
But we know-
Where? Oh, in the mineral only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if we can count it as a contain, but there are Hydras in front of natural, so Zerg should feel safe now.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a lot of Hydras. Yeah, nothing's getting out there. But I feel eventually you're gonna have enough Zealots here to just power through this. Because it's only about 2 control groups of Hydras. Maybe not even that many.
Zealots already have +1 also, and +2 is on the way. And Zerg, I think, forgot to do upgrades, because there is a Evo chamber.
There's nothing.
No upgrades going, yeah.
Lurkers, it just started, so Lurker is gonna be a while off. But there's another good, maybe 1.5 control group of Hydras coming to the natural as well. So this is gonna be a pretty sizable force.
Lurkers would be very, very good here, right? Because they just counter Zealots. There is not much help. Red Templars, let's see. That was very damaging to Hydras. Okay.
Looks like it's gonna be just enough. He actually lost one of the 2 storms because he stormed the same area. storms don't actually overlap, so if you storm the same area, it doesn't do anything extra. But still, it was quite enough.
Yeah, storm is so strong, I feel.
Yeah, there's 7 gates just pumping zealots.
Oof. Also, observers on the way for... Before there are any lurkers, actually, so until a certain time. But Zerg?
Still no upgrades, by the way.
Yeah, that's the weakest part. Because drones look alright to me.
Yeah, same.
But 40 drones look good. Just lacking upgrades and tech. Maybe some lurkers to defend.
Yeah, both players are playing pretty passively right now.
So when both players are passive, do you think it favors Zerg or Protoss?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I feel that personally I like playing against a Protoss who just sits in their base. To me, that's my favorite thing in the whole world. I get the tech up. I feel like if you're both just racing, just macroing and getting your tech up, I feel that this favors the Zerg a little bit. I feel like as Protoss you have to be more active. But yeah, it's hard to say.
Oh, Peru kills.
Oh, he's killing his Forge with +3. Oh no! But it doesn't really matter. You get the money back when you destroy it. You don't lose the money. It doesn't really matter. Peru has so many minerals and so much gas. But yeah, the goons are having trouble getting out of base. Actually, you need to kill this cannon as well, I think.
Oh, there are lurkers now. On high ground. That's pretty nice.
Yes. But this isn't really much for him. Oh, he has to use this one. Yeah, but these are +2. These are pretty strong.
Yeah. Observer was killed. So...
Yeah, this is actually big. There was a storm on the lurkers.
I think Observer died to storm. Actually,
yeah, it was mentioned in chat that the Observer was stormed, which is pretty embarrassing. But I guess that happens.
Triple T also lacks some overlords here, and the area of the contain to actually snipe observers.
Yeah, there's still slow overlords. There's actually one overlord at 7 health.
Yeah, that's one more missing thing as well. Overlord speed, I
Peru
guess.
has so many minerals, so much gas. It's at this point you can just macro infinitely.
Yeah. But the minerals in the main are almost mined out, so Peru needs a third bait. And actually see the probe, which is great. So.
Yeah, and this is one way that I've won a lot of games against Protoss in CPL. Just setting up outside their natural and waiting for them to leave the game. And I feel like there's always just barely enough reserve to hold off the Protoss army.
You mean this game or in general?
In this game. But I feel like Protoss is doing the right thing here. Protoss has good upgrades as well. Well, the +2 actually, but they should also have armor. I'm actually surprised that no upgrades are being made right now. Because Protoss has the money. You've got money, you've got 3 Forge.
Oh yeah. That lurker is like between islands. Okay, there is a fight.
But yeah, their third base is going up. It's actually just not enough units. Where is this Protoss is going?
There's 3 Templars with energies. Okay, 2 with energy. Oh, that looks very scary for Protoss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was a sudden bust. Unexpected.
Yeah, actually, it was kind of surprising because I feel like the Protoss just didn't make enough units. There were so many gateways, but not enough units were being made.
Yeah.
It's a pretty huge bank, so.
Still, it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was, definitely. But it's also just very difficult to get out of a situation like that when you're Protoss.
Yeah.
I don't play Protoss, but I feel like it must be the worst feeling that there's a Zerg like right outside your natural.
I didn't play PvZ like that, I think. But in TVT, it's very annoying to break out of contain. So I imagine in PvZ it might be similar.
Yeah. Okay, so we got butter. It's game number 2.
Let's see.
Top right, it's the Peru.
Bottom right is Triple T, the Zerg, the leader of the series so far.
Yes, 1-0. Neither player likes to hit their hotkeys while in the early game.
Yeah, that's actually nice to see. Nice to see not 400 APM.
Yes. Yeah, you don't need 400 APM. At the beginning anyway. But I like to do it personally because it kind of gets me fired up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Helps when you're nervous.
Yeah.
Because of your CPL
I feel
match buttons.
Makes you feel cool, like, oh, look at me, I'm a pro gamer.
And also warm up your joints. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Destroy your wrists. But that's okay, you can win.
And that's worth it.
Yes. Let's see what the Protoss is going to do.
So it's over pool again from the...
Very nice, very standard.
And Forge expand from Protoss. Or Forge so far. Don't expand yet.
Drones going out. To scout, I guess. But no. I guess the natural's gonna come up now.
Feel like it would be a pretty good opportunity to play 5-4 pool for Triple T. Because you're one game ahead already, and it's a 2-player map. You can risk, you know.
Yeah, I suppose so, but I feel like Triple T probably just doesn't want to do that. I feel like most players of CPL... I mean, we've got a couple of players who like to do really aggressive builds like that, but most players, I think, just don't really want to do it.
Yeah, makes sense. I guess if you just want to train standard build, no point in like wasting a game.
Yeah, it also feels like, I mean, you've practiced for this. Presumably, you've practiced for this, and you kind of want your practice to be worth something, right?
Yeah.
By winning a standard game. But this is a very weird building placement here. This is a very weird SimCity for the Protoss. I mean, look at the way the force is sticking out. This you can get so much surface area on this with your links. I mean, there's a cannon there, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like this is not the proper way to do it.
Yeah, I can't say honestly because Protoss SimCities, they have these weird rules.
I mean, there's a third hatch going up, so I guess there's not going to be a link flood, or not yet anyway. But still, it feels like this is vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, there is. So far, looks kind of similar to game 1, right? 3 hatches from Zerg
Yeah.
on 2 bases, and Forge expand with 1 gate from Protoss.
I feel like when you notice that your opponent, if you're playing CPP and your opponent is not sending out early zealots to try and do damage, you should always take a third base for your third hatch. It's just better.
Yeah, definitely.
You can get saturation at every base, 1 drone for every mineral patch, very easily.
Okay, there is a Citadel of Adun again. So it will be speed zealots. Most likely.
It's a good way to play. I find it very difficult to play against Protoss when they just build a whole bunch of gateways and get legs and +1. You have to be careful. You have to know how to deal with this.
You have to like turtle on your bases, right? With Sunkens and stuff.
Yeah, you have to know how to transition into your tag. Because if you just make Hydras, it's gonna be too difficult.
Yeah, I see.
You need to balance your drones.
Okay, there are 2 Sunkens going up. Well, 1 so far, but probably will be 2. At the natural of triple T.
The thing is also, if your opponent goes very heavily into zealots with legs and +1, you could also consider going US, which is not something that Zergs at tier 3, I think, are usually comfortable with doing against Protoss.
Yeah, well, I guess everyone is just afraid to micro-mute us, but in this case, like in this game in particular, you probably could do damage with Mutas without even microing.
Yeah, I think so. I think last game we didn't see a Stargate at all. I would just be making US probably.
Yeah. Again, unless you just want to train this Hydra.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to play. I mean, I think like when you're a tier 3 Zerg like me, the first thing you probably want to learn to do is just control Hydra really well. Just you know, get a good feel for the ground game.
Yeah.
There's a drone going out to make a third, I think. Maybe it's scouting. Oh, it's gonna take one of these little expansions on the left side, so we're finally gonna see the game on the left side of Butter.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Well, if it actually gets to that point, maybe it will be GG before that.
Yeah, the pros might just never scout this, actually.
Yeah, fair point.
Does
the sound kind of not having a Corsair, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a really big problem.
There is a Stargate.
There is a Stargate being made now, so. Yeah, that's very good because last game I think it's just kind of weird to see a game with no Corsairs at all. I feel like it's you definitely need to avail yourself of the use of Corsairs because they are very annoying to fight against when you have enough of them. But this is a pretty decent amount of zealots. And Zerg is not behind this SimCity.
There are 2 sunks. So
There are
should
2
be enough.
sunks. I think it should be enough. You should really be behind your.
Yeah, seems like one trades or flat. Oh, and no, it's glitch a bit there.
Yeah, this was a great trade for the Zerg. No damage was done. Didn't lose a single drone.
Yeah, looks very good for the Zerg now. So, attack deflected, you have third base. The only thing which is missing again is upgrades. I think. Actually, there is +1 already, but there is no next upgrade going so far.
So we do have Corsair out now.
And I see a probe moving out. Zealots? Probably. Doesn't seem like enough to fight these guys. Force black.
There's really not that many units for Protoss.
I missed.
There's, yeah, oh my god, this is just gonna get broken, isn't it?
I think so.
Just really not. There's no units. There's three bases making stuff.
Like, now, there's one.
There's more units coming now, so I think Zerg's probably just gonna break the Protoss here because you can just walk up and snipe all these cannons out. Oh, the storm. Oh, that was very good. I think these cannons are gonna finish now.
Yeah, but
The Zerg actually didn't try to walk up and pick up the cannons as they were working. Probably didn't know.
no. Triple T should have known there was an Overlord, and also there is one island in front. You can unpower the cannons actually.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. It's an Artosis pylon.
Exactly. And it seems like Triple T found the third base of Peru, and it will be denied. So looks good for Triple T. I also like how Triple T just adds macro hatcheries in May very on time, and doesn't like float resources almost.
Corsair is over the location where the third would normally be for the Zerg. Sees that there's nothing there, but the one Corsair doesn't really do anything. Yeah, there's so many units here now. You can just A-move this, right? I mean, there's 4 cannons.
Yeah, you totally could. There are 2 storms, but that's probably not enough, right, against this much height.
Yeah. If the storms are perfect and the hydras are all plumped up, maybe you can just barely hold this. But well, there's nothing coming out of the Zerg's natural, so.
Zerg seems very in control of this game now.
Yeah, even though I think Zerg can just A-move and probably should A-move, you can also just set up a contain here.
Well, see when...
Oh, okay. Yeah, so... I don't know how many storms there were on that Templar, but...
There are 4 now.
There are a lot of gates though.
It seems there are still Corsairs building. Now we are up to 4 total. But there's like no Muta to fight, so it's just to snipe Overlords, I guess. Big army, big reinforcement wave is coming.
This is so many Zerg units. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Protoss' supply is 103. It doesn't feel like 103 Protoss. Oh, here we go.
Okay, big blast.
This is gonna...
Yeah. Seems pretty scary. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice storms. Actually, I think it will be defended, yeah.
Yeah, one of the important things to do at Zerg is not sending everything at the same time, because then the storms just become that much more powerful.
I see, yeah, okay. GG.
Yeah, GG. Nice series, nice attacks by Triple T. Very well done.
And nice storms by Peru.
Let me update the scoreboard here real quick. There we go.
Oh, next game, Elevation.
Yes.
We were on the same team with Elevation last season.
Yes, I don't really remember that too well, actually.
There's Zerg from Cheese Police.
Cheese Police, yeah, Cheese Police.
Okay,
Bottom
so
right, we've got Champion. Sorry, I cut you up there.
no problem.
You can do the Zerg.
Top right, Blue Zerg Elevation from former Cheese Police Zerg.
It's. I think you have the color set to red and blue.
Oh yeah, it's a purple Zerg.
No, actually, I also do this. When you switch over to red and blue, it stays like that until you switch it back. So, but I just switched it back. I thought, like, let's see what the colors are, the actual colors, and well, I guess they're not that bad. So,
well, purple and blue is like the same color anyway. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this. Champion's color though is kind of low saturation teal.
It's how to describe it. You
There's
see it on
a-
army equipment, you know.
Yes, that's right. It's like slightly brighter army color. In Japanese, there's an interesting term for this. They call these colors mouse colors because mice are gray, so when the color is grayish, we call it like mouse green.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's a gate in base for Protoss. I'm not sure what that means. Do we expect two gates?
It's only one gate.
There is a second one, I think. Yeah. And
Like 12 hatch from Zerg.
yeah. So what's the forecast? How does 12 hatch fare against two gate?
Well, you're gonna deal with some early zealot pressure, but I feel it's perfectly fine for Zerg. Like, you're not getting cannon rushed at least. That's the one thing you're kind of worried about when you go 12 hatch.
Okay. And what's your plan? I assume you don't take the third, right? You just
Yeah, you don't
third.
take the third base right away when you scout this. You just kind of want to make sure that... I actually don't know for sure what the rule is here, but I feel like you just take your third when the Protoss takes the natural.
Yeah, that probably is a good rule. And Elevation did scout two gates, and now is even stealing gas.
Oh my god. It's the Zerg gas steal. Wonderful.
Zerg tactics.
That's actually very good. Now you have to go sacrifice a zealot to kill this. Actually, the zealots are just ignoring it. I guess you don't need gas. You don't need gas to make zealots.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Protoss
links are
does-
in production now, so...
So first zealot is already in main. Okay.
Oh, very nice. Very nice round. Very nicely done.
Okay, so it was just 8 links from Zerg. Is that enough to fight 4 zealots?
Well, the nice thing is now you can threaten counterattacks. But these 2 zealots actually have to be dealt with. This has to be taken seriously. And you can't just... Oh. I guess you just make 2 creeps and one of them will finish. But yeah, the Zealots are gonna go kill some drones here. And Zerg is actually going back.
Yeah, nice micro though. Nice drill.
Yeah, nice drill. The thing you want to do is you want to try and be able to counter attack to force the Zealots to stay home.
I see, yeah. Because now more Zealots are coming. They're not afraid anymore.
Yeah, look, this is so many Zealots now.
But those 2 Sunkens will come in handy now.
Yeah, definitely. You can block the Zealots from going up the ramp. Very nice.
Crisis averted.
So far, yeah. Yeah, quite nicely done by the Zerg. Yeah, I've played against Champion in preseason. He's a very good player.
That's... did you win?
I lost.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good player. He knows all kinds of interesting builds, interesting tech. Actually, actually, did I play against him? I think I played against him twice, even in week 1 and week 2, but I don't remember clearly. I do remember that in week 2, I had a very good game against him, and then suddenly carriers flew into my base. And I didn't actually have the tech to deal with it because I was very heavy into Hydra. With most of my Hydras on the other side of the map.
Whoa, oh, 1 link running by. At least we'll scout, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so now as Zerg, you see that Protoss takes natural. You go take 3rd base, right?
I think actually he's going to take his 3rd now. Well,
he will try
I
to.
say that, but there's 4 Zealots there. I actually think this setup with the Century is not Zealot-proof. But maybe someone can correct me on that. I think you can walk past here.
Yeah, it's probably just to protect Sunken from being surrounded or something like that.
Yes. Well, I think if you can walk by here, you can still surround the Sunks, but I'm not sure. It's walls. Nobody understands walls.
Yeah. Okay, so 3rd base is coming up for Zerg. Nice. And we see Spire. That's nice. Nice to see that. And actually no Stargate for Protoss.
Yeah, there's also no +1 approach yet. These Zealots can be taken care of by humans. Oh, there's a lot of Zealots though. I think he's gonna have to cancel this base.
Yeah, maybe. 3rd will have to wait until mutas are out, it seems.
Actually, Zerg is just gonna put the 3rd somewhere else. That's kind of interesting.
I don't think it will be very successful because Zealots saw that.
Yeah, they saw the drone run away. Yeah.
Okay, now we see Stargate and Citadel. +1 as well started, so it transitions into the meta game.
So many Zealots moving out.
Oh
The
yeah.
ones that are here. Yeah, this is one of the tricky things as Zerg, because Zealots are the first unit you can make as Protoss, but they can be very difficult to deal with. You have to, you have to know how to balance that correctly, how to balance your link production versus your drone production. But at least these are not +1 Zealots.
Okay, so all Zealots will be eventually cleaned up because they can't compete, right?
Yeah, I don't actually know how much damage you do here. I mean, he's getting a full damage, just casting the third, which is very good. The real third is already up here. And actually, I don't really like this location for this third because it's so far away.
It also bought Champion time to prepare Muta defense at home.
That's true.
Cannon, minerals, and main.
Yeah, the Mutas did not fly over and kill physical Pro. So I feel that Champion is in a good position still, but I don't mind Zerg's position either. I think Zerg definitely needs to power up a little bit more though. This could actually be a problem because Zerg now has this mineral only that's being taken and this third location in the natural of the top left. And I feel like there's going to be a weakness here. You know what I mean? It's one of these bases is going to be possible to take out, I feel, as Protoss, if you macro up a bit more.
Actually, if you take natural top left, wouldn't you want main top left as fourth base? Because you can turtle there.
Definitely, right. Yeah, absolutely. If you can hold on to it, it's very good.
Instead of your mineral only, I mean.
Oh yes, yeah, I think so. The mineral only I think is fine to take as well. You just kind of get into a different game.
Yeah, there are 4 Corsairs. I didn't see this.
+1.
Muta versus Corsairs, let's see. Muta lost. Okay, there's Scourge now. Right on time. Oh, but Hatchery goes down.
Yeah, this was very nicely done by Champion. But at the same time, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, I feel, that you lose this mineral only.
Yeah, probably.
Especially if you're going Mutas. You want the gas, right?
Yep. Oh,
so, these aren't even +1 Corsairs yet.
okay. Hunting for them. If Elevation can get Corsairs now with Scourge, I think it will be okay.
So many things going up. The natural of the top left. There's a Spore as well, which is a nice choice, I think. And you really don't want that Templar running in. I mean, you're not a pro. You can just go ahead and make the Spore. You can lose 1 drone. It's okay. You're not Soma. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Look how many Sunkens there are at the map.
Sunks, yeah.
It's maximum turtle. Well, that's interesting, I guess. You have 4 bases technically, so if you can just defend all of them, it's fine.
Yeah.
But what is the plan here for Zerg?
Yeah, I think it's at some point you just have to start. You can't turtle forever, right? Against Protoss. Protoss is gonna get complete and utter map control, like no contests, and then what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what would you do here at Zerg? Do you go for Hive after turtling? It's actually defended.
Yeah, I think you can defend this for now, because Protoss actually doesn't have that much either. Like, there's a 5th gate just got up. There's Robo with a shuttle being made right now, so maybe we can see... I don't think we have Reaver Tech yet, but we could do something with that. Storm is being researched now. But yeah, I feel like both sides just need to macro up here. You need to get your units out, you need to make a good army, and you need to take some map control. Because Protoss already has the third base, so Protoss is in a good spot here.
Yeah.
This is, for now, this is 3 base versus 3 base. I know the Zerg can take the top left whenever they want, but still.
Look, 2,000 gas for Zerg. What do you... You get lurkers, right?
50 drones for Zerg with that. Yeah, we haven't actually seen... We don't see that many... Oh, actually, this is fine. The drones can't get into the third base. Look at that. They're floating around.
Oh, wow, that's
drone tight. This is apparently a drone tight... I guess a sunk and a queen's nest is drone tight? That makes no sense, but I guess that's how it is. I think Zerg is actually going to make the 4th base now, which is, I think, a good choice.
Oh, big attack coming from Protoss.
Never mind. Did I say it was a good choice? I didn't say anything. Yeah, but I don't know. There's so many stunts here, but... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit out of my league here. I feel like as Protoss you can't very easily attack into this, even though it looks like you should be able to. I mean, it's just static D.
With that Reaver, you certainly could just slowly bust all of them.
Oh, is there a Reaver out? Oh yeah, I see that there's Reaver tech now. Yeah, if there's a Reaver there, everything's like that.
Sea patrolling drones.
Yeah, you have to have an army out here. You have to have some Hydras and some Lurkers. You can't just make static D and call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Not every Protoss might know how to break that properly at tier 3, but it is breakable. Oh, look at that shuttle.
Even if it isn't, you don't really win by having 4 bases. You still need to do something to Protoss, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a Reaver. Just busting this. But
this attack is not very well coordinated.
Yeah.
He's not targeting down the Reaver, which is some stuff.
A bit rushed.
Yeah.
Still did exactly well, I guess.
I mean, this is the thing, right? If you have an army, you can flank this and then everything dies. But if you don't have anything, if you don't have any units on the map, you're just hoping that the Protoss doesn't break.
Exactly, yeah.
This you can actually just break this now. Because one sunk is really low.
Yeah. Oh, there are lurkers.
Yeah, there's not enough units.
But there is no observer, right? So lurkers just are immortal.
I think there's also like aside from the one score, there's nothing that shoots at him. Oh, he just barely breaks the score.
Okay, some drone kills as well. Oh, it's nice pressure anyway. Will make Zerg even more passive, I guess.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he should have really had just a little bit more because he was almost at the point where he could just massacre all these drones here. But I don't think he lost that many drones. He basically killed all the static D and a handful of units, but not that much. So I feel that wasn't that bad for the Zerg. Oh my god, the replay progress bar is showing. I'm sorry. I don't know how I didn't notice that.
Also, like Protoss, Champion should add more gates. Like way more gates.
Yeah, actually there was just now, like maybe 5 minutes ago, there were only 5 gates, and now there are 6. So you need more production. You can afford it. I mean, you've got tons of minerals. But maybe Champion is probably kind of like me, like the kind of player who just likes to run around with units. Like that's my problem. Is I just like running around with units doing stuff. and then someday I realize I don't have anything.
Nice attack on bottom left. Basically cancels Protoss 4th.
Oh my god,
Oh, but
these mutas are all gonna get massacred. I think they can just get away. Oh, they stopped. They stopped moving. Oh, these mutas. I'm surprised that there are not more upgrades on the Lings. Because we haven't seen that many Hydras. Have we seen any Hydras at all? Okay, there are a couple of Hydras here. The Hydras have +1, so I guess he's going Hydra now, but yeah. Zerg doesn't have that many.
It's both Hydra and Lynx, see? Both melee upgrades. I think that's what you do when you have Hive.
Yeah, and the Zealots now have +2, so you really need to have +2 characters.
Champion also is not really taking advantage of elevation being so passive.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we had the Reaver attack earlier, but nothing since then.
He could have had like 3 different bases already with cannons. Okay, it seems elevation slowly starts to come out.
I also feel that if Champion had just macroed up a bit more, we could have very easily have an army that totally can't be infested by Zerg. Because Zerg doesn't have that much. Oof. Unfortunately. Well, there's a 4th coming up at the mineral only. That's something.
Yeah. And is that a probe? No, that's a Reaver drop coming to natural.
Oh, it's a double Reaver drop.
Where are
the... There's some units here, but... Yeah. There's not much there. I think you can get some damage done with this. Sees it with the Overlord, but I don't think it matters. Oh my god.
Scarabs are teaching so much.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, but at this point, it's not really that bad to lose drones. You have so many bases.
I mean, he's got so many drones. He's still got 48 drones.
Yeah. So it's fine for elevation.
I think this might be one of those games where the Zerg just mines out all their bases.
Yeah, maybe. But Protoss will mine out first, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking out a base here, but you need... You might as well just take another one, right? I mean, what's gonna stop you?
Yeah, exactly.
The Zerg has practically no army. Oh, actually, this is quite nice. Here on the left side, the mineral only on the left side of the map is being taken, and there's actually a pretty big army building up here.
Yeah, actually now it's not true anymore that Elevation has no army. He has more
definitely, yeah.
Champion. So the time frame sort of passed for taking more bases.
I think Champion's real problem is that...
Oh wow.
Those some nice scarabs, but he needs to get out of there with the shuttle.
Oh, it's Scourger intercept.
This is not a very good. Oh, he loses the shuttle. Oh my god. Shuttle, 2 Reavers.
So it seemed Champion favored until recently, and now I think it looks like Elevation has advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Elevation is mined out the main and natural, but this is still looking very good, I feel. I mean, Protoss already mined out the natural, I think, a while back, so... Yeah, I think this is looking very good for the Zerg.
Almost maxed Zerg army.
Yeah, I mean, look at the army at the natural as well. I think Champion's real problem is that he killed this hash and all those sunks, and then the drones could go back home and mine, and now he's gonna lose because of it. Should have kept the drones locked out.
Yeah, maybe. Or just maybe not attack and take map instead, you know, when they're up.
That would be the serious answer, yeah.
Seems like Champion will attack again. There's also not that much value.
Those some good storms.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that was all the storms. Yeah.
It's just Dragoons now versus Hydra. And
yeah, this is also another fight where you just barely don't have critical mass.
Yeah, looks like Snipes Observer as well, and oh, there are Hydras flanking the army as well. Okay. Looks very bad now for Champion. Supply dropped, and now he's the defender actually. He has to keep it here.
We've got Hive Tech now for Zerg. Well, it has been for a while. We don't see anything like defilers we had in.
Yeah, but there is plus 3 attack upgrading for Hydras. That's nice, I guess.
There's about maybe 18 drones or so that are not mine.
Oh yeah, happens to me every time as well. It's long games where you forget that you mined out.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely still think that there's an advantage for Zerg here, but yeah, it's not like this game is a done deal, you know, because Zerg also doesn't really look like they're planning on just making a whole bunch of units and attacking. Zerg's perfectly fine just taking bases.
Yeah, it could be a split map game. Let's see. There's another mineral only for Protoss going up.
At the very least, I think Zerg should stop making drones here. Because he's now up to 70 drones.
True. How many do you want to have as Zerg in ZVP?
Well, honestly, I don't know. It's just... I feel like 70 is... It's got to be something like an upper limit, right? Because Zerg can do a lot off of very little. You can have a very powerful army, you can have plagues, and if you have 3 or 4 bases fully saturated, you can basically do everything you want. And right now Elevation has, well, 5 bases, and one of them is not mining yet, but I think will be pretty soon.
Okay, big attack incoming for this 9 o'clock base.
Yes, this is gonna die.
Idiot.
The sunks are actually the next force. If he could kill a couple of drones here as well, maybe flank it from the other side with the zealots, that would be very big.
True. Okay, it seems like this base will die. That's pretty good for Champion.
Yeah, now you have to fight them on the hill. You just snipe the hash and just
Well, zealots are holding high ground.
yeah, I guess so.
There's a Reaver as well. Just 5. Nice storm.
It's just terrible to do as Zerg, just shooting up high ground with Hydras, especially against Zealots. Zealots are so tanky.
Yeah, someone wrote on CPL Discord that you need like 30 Hydra shots to kill a Zealot or something like
Oh,
that.
that's crazy. I
Sounded it.
didn't actually know that, but yeah, that sounds about right. He does have his +3 now on his Hydras.
Yeah, that's nice.
Actually has some upgrades in Mutas as well.
Would you go for Defilers or like Ultras as Zerg?
Well, I don't really know how to play Ultras against Protoss. I don't really, it's not something to do. So I don't know. I know that we see it in top level amateur games and not really at the pro level. So I feel maybe Ultras is a bit situational. Like, Reavers and Zealots are actually, they're kind of okay against Ultras, right? Especially Reavers. Oh, look at this one. The drones. Very nice.
Yeah. Down to 45 drones now from 70. Oh, look at that attack. Zerg just aiming.
This is the campaign mission. Aiming.
Yeah.
This base is also, there's nothing here. There's been a Reaver here for a while. No cannons, no units.
Yeah, I feel like Protoss should go defend now.
Because I was about to say that in situations like this, I always just go Defiler and just go play and run around with Cracklings and Hydras. It's it's very good, but it's very difficult to fight against as a Protoss. I feel that the Zerg is just an overrun Protoss here. I mean, the Protoss is killing this mineral only here, but you don't really care about that.
True, yeah. If you lose your production buildings, that's game over, right? And that seems like it will be the case. So, just too much Zerg there.
Half of it is not even attacked. Half of it's just sitting there. I mean, why not? Or maybe if you had like 10 High Templar or something with Storm, you could hold this off, but you're not going to do anything with just Zealots coming out of the... There's even an Overlord here, so the Dark Templars are going to save you.
Yeah, Corsairs try to snipe the Overlords.
Okay, so actually all the Overlords are gone, you can make a Dark Templar. But I feel it's probably too late.
There are DTs in production, so let's see. There's one.
This DT is going to clear everything.
3 DTs now, that's pretty good.
But look at how much more is coming now.
Yeah.
Still no detection is coming. You can just hold the ramp here, just hold position. It's like a PvP with
invisible wall.
This is actually pretty bad now. There's 4 Dark Templars just slaughtering units.
But look, gateways are all dying, so...
Yeah, I guess Zerg's still gonna win. Wow.
Okay.
There we go, GG.
GG.
Very nice game. I think Protoss had a very nice early game. And then Zerg just gradually outgrew the Protoss. And Protoss kind of threw away too many units, I feel. With attacks that just barely didn't have enough critical mass.
True. It felt like Champion sort of played into elevation style. Because he had map control and everything, but just attacked into tons of Sankets.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the way you break that. Okay, so the 1-0 for elevation. Let me load up the next game.
Cheese Police.
Yeah, Cheese Police. It's actually a lot of people from Cheese Police are on Lettuce Attack now.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think it's probably a time zone thing, right?
Yes.
Because we're very close. Good stuff.
Let's see if I can turn off the replay progress bar this time.
Let's see if we will see 4 or 5 pool.
There we go.
Okay, no, 4. But maybe 5 pool.
You go first this time.
Okay, in the top right, it's elevation.
I'm gonna mix it up here. And in the bottom right, it's Champion. In the beautiful pink. Do we want these colors, or do we want... They're a bit close together, aren't we? Okay, it's better maybe. Red and blue.
Red and blue, yeah, it's nice. Nice contrast.
Yes. Oh my god, I had the overlay. Now I know how it feels to be a caster and to have your overlay turned on. Maybe people are wondering what were the colors before we switched them to red and blue. These were the colors. It's pink and magenta.
Pink and slightly less pink.
Pink and slightly less pink, yeah.
Okay, so no 5 pool, sadly.
Sadly, yes. We've been seeing some very good normal games here so far. We had a few 9 pools, but those were all still normal. Those are not cheese builds, I think. Those are just normal aggressive builds.
Honorable.
Yeah. And again, we have a gate in the main. Champion.
This time it's over pool. I think last time it was 12 hatch, right? From elevation.
Yes, that's right. This time it's over pool.
First.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Going
yeah.
ham on that probe.
3 drones. Okay, 2 now.
Wow, that's actually a very... I guess you want to take your natural here, and you have to kick this probe out. Oh, got the pylon.
Nice delay.
Yes. Yeah, very nice. Very well done. Meanwhile, the 2 gates are coming up.
Oh yeah, actually it's important to have your second hatchery versus 2 gate, right? To have more.
Oh, absolutely. If you have 1 hatch, you're just dead.
So nice play by Champion.
Yeah, you absolutely need the larva. No larva, no life.
Okay, this
This
is
is good. Yeah, I think it is good to send out the lings. I mean, I'm not sure if he scouted this, actually. I think maybe he just assumed that there's going to be 2 gates. Getting your lings out and catching these out, that's what you need to do.
Let's see, yeah, nice.
Nice, catching the zealots. And now these zealots can go out on the map and harass drones. Actually, you can cancel this pylon, yeah. So what are you going to do now? I mean, you're not going to make your forge here. You have to wait until you have enough zealots and then just push out and take your natural. This is kind of annoying for Protoss. Meanwhile, Zerg is taking the 3rd.
Yeah, looks not very comfortable to play.
Yeah, but this is actually... Oh, the zealots are going... Yeah, this is not enough links to be able to fight these zealots. I actually think the zealots can probably clear out the map. I mean, there's more links coming, but he doesn't actually know that. There's 4 zealots, there's 4 links. I think the zealots win. Tell me if I'm wrong, but...
They should.
What about 3 zealots versus 3 links?
Probably zealots again.
Oh, those zealots always win.
I actually like that Champion got his gas before Expo, since he couldn't walk out with it. Faster tech instead. But there's no core.
There's just enough... yeah. There's just enough links here to pick off these zealots now, so I think the zealots...
Bonus one.
Nothing you can really do here. It's one very brave throw. Yeah, this was a bit of a dangerous engage from Champion. I think he should have waited a little bit and grouped up his zealots.
These links, are they with speed? I can't tell. Right?
No, they don't have speed.
Okay. Because elevation pool drones of gas and so forth, I thought maybe it's just some links or something like that. Okay, so Champian is taking slack. And there are 2 zealots at the natural of elevation. Where are the links?
Yeah, there's 4 links here, that's not enough. There's more than you actually now, but you have to attack at the same time.
Okay, Sunken's fine.
This is really just barely enough.
Okay. Link's dead. 3 zealots in the natural, let's see.
I think it feels almost like elevation is just barely holding on, making just enough links here. Obviously. There's a sunk up, I guess, but you still need to have links here to be able to hold off these zealots. Now this third is completely naked.
True. No Sunkens here still.
Again, this is a very aggressive early game from Champion, and it's kind of working for
Definitely, yeah. Maybe even we'll manage to kill the third.
Oh, there's a lot. They're not attacking, they're actually round. Oh, they're attacking. I think this is just barely enough damage. Yeah,
Oh,
the links hatch a little bit too late. This is really annoying.
And there are...
It's not enough coming out. It's not coming out fast enough. It's when there's an attack like this, you really have to wait for the last possible moment to go. You can't go with just barely enough. Just barely enough gets completely hard.
Okay, so what do you do as Zerg when you lose your third like that?
Yeah, it's very difficult. I don't really know what the proper answer is here. The problem is you can't really run back and do damage, right? Because there's one cannon and there's going to be zealots clogging the choke.
Yeah.
So I feel like you just have to turtle. You just have to have a sunk and you have to have units and start making hydras. I feel it's the only thing you can do. Get hydras behind your SimCity and then get enough of them that you are able to break out and take a third. There's also Corsair on the way right now. Citadel going down. Interestingly, there's an Overlord in the Protoss main, but it's not really seeing anything. There's also one in the natural.
Well, it is seeing which units are moving out from the gate.
That's true, yeah. I feel like you should be moving in a little bit to see what the tech is. And he doesn't see this Corsair coming out right now. I suppose it's not the biggest deal, but still, it's kind of surprising he hasn't built any Hydras. This is a very, very bad situation for this round. The only thing going for him is that the zealots don't have possibilities.
It again was barely not enough things to clean up the zealots. And now all of them are dead, so pretty bad.
Yeah, there's only 16 drones. Yeah, drones. I keep getting drones and probes confused.
They are very similar, yeah.
There's nothing here. There's no Hydras been built. There's 3 in production right now, but
Oh yeah, and Corsairs have free reign, killing overlords.
There's also these two in the main, natural, down. But this is not a very good attack. With 3 chunks here, Hydras and Sea City, yeah, you're throwing away some zealots here.
3 gates for Champion. Probably could afford more now.
Yeah, I think Champion should just understand that he has the momentum here. And Zerg is on 2 bases. You could just macro up, get a huge army, and then just move in.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually 4 gates because 1 is in front, but still.
Yeah, I feel like in this situation, there goes the Overlord natural. I feel like in this situation you have to wait until you have like a lot of zealots and some dragoons added in as well to be able to target those sunks very effectively. And of course something to do with lurkers, because there's going to be a lurkers out by the time you have that. But whatever you do, I think you shouldn't attack in too quickly here, because everything's going to get shredded.
True, you shouldn't attack into Sim City, unless you know you can roll everything.
Yes, exactly.
Elevation is going Spire, but there are already 3 Corsairs out, so... Not sure if that works.
Well, you just make Scourge here, right? I mean, you can't go Muta, but... You can't really... You need something more than just the Hydras against Corsairs when Protoss has this much free reign over the map and this much of an advantage. So I think that's a good move.
Okay. Wasn't there like a magic number of Corsairs after which Scourge sort of died before reaching them?
Oh, I don't remember what the number is. I think it's 7 + 1 or something? Maybe someone in the chat knows. Someone in the chat can help us out. I think what you want as Zerg here is for Protoss to just move into your your sunks and your SimCity. But I guess Champion is... I was gonna say he's not gonna do that, but he's moving up. I mean, you can't do anything with these units here. This is not enough. Right?
You have to resist the A move, but it's hard for
yeah.
It's
actually more so. Zerg is so turtled that you actually literally can't get units out of your base.
Look at the river drop in the main.
Oh my god, I missed that.
It got like all the drones there.
Oh my god, they weren't evacuated.
Yeah, I think.
Mutas are fighting with the Corsairs. This is really bad. I mean, there's one Muta here. I guess technically the Muta can kill this shuttle.
Not without dying.
Oh my god.
There's, yeah.
4 Corsairs. That's enough.
Pretty dire situation. Also a river to pass the sunk.
Yeah. A lot of sunks here.
River outranges sunks, right?
Yes. But you still have to be careful because they still have to fall into the sunk.
I see. But technically you can like sit with the rest of the army.
Absolutely,
kill.
yes. Good thing he got the Reaver, but I think there's probably another... Yeah, there's another one in the main. Just waiting for the shuttle. And Zerg is on 13 drones.
Yeah.
The Scourge, unfortunately, were kind of glitching out a little bit somehow, and I think they didn't get any of the Corsairs. So Zerg is actually just going to try to take a third.
Oh yeah, I think Champion missed it.
Yeah.
Too far from the entrance.
Yes.
Well, that's a chance for a comeback.
Definitely, yeah. I feel like even if you have a third, you really need to spend some time droning up here.
Yeah, definitely.
At the moment, I feel like, I mean, once the Reaver comes up, can't he just break the natural? Oh,
of course.
He sees the drone transfer. There's like 2 drones being transferred. Gave away the game, I think. Now he sees the third, and now he's just gonna smash this. I mean, this amount of units can't move into the natural, and they can absolutely move this.
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you do here as Zerg? I mean, I don't know. I play Zerg, but I have no idea what to do here. What would Soma do?
Cheesy. Like, I don't know, worker drop.
Yeah.
Or,
something like Guardian, something really unexpected.
Carry your drone with Overlord to bottom left base or something. Try to get that one.
Well, the thing is, you can't really do anything because Elevation has no resources, no minerals, no gas. It's just, yeah. There's actually 1 drone mining gas in the natural, 0 mining in the main.
Yeah, but you still have to have some plan, right? Elevation probably has some plan. Otherwise, you would just surrender.
Well, I know from personal experience it is possible to play with no plan. Just sitting there, moving your units around, mind blank. I've been in games like where you're just so totally outplayed that you're like, okay, well, I absolutely have no idea what to do.
I see. Oof, all muted dies. Oh, now Champion does it, right? Just Reaver destroying.
This is perfect.
Oh.
We spoke too soon. The Zealots actually can't get in. And there's another Reaver in the main.
This drone was very brave, tried to fight the
Yeah, this has to be GG in a few seconds here.
Oh yeah, there is drones dead.
I mean, you can make subs here, but what does it matter?
Yeah.
Oh, he picks up the Reaver and leaves when the Lynx come. You actually can kill the Lynx with the Reaver. Champion just saying like, okay, I can just kill these sunks in the front. Yeah, this was a very nice game from Champion. Just early game pressure, not letting up.
Yeah, I feel like previous game could have gone this way as well.
Yes, absolutely. The previous game, Champion just kind of lost focus and threw away a bit too many units. And look at this, there's only 6 gates, well, 7 gates plus the natural. So few gates, but still he makes it work.
Yeah. Also, so much gas. You can have like 50 air combos probably. Well, it honestly looks like GG, but Elevation wants to fight to the last drone, I guess.
Fight to the last drone. And there goes the lair. Actually, the lair was in the natural, so you don't even have tech right now.
Just Lynx and Sunkens.
Yeah, just Lynx and Sunkens.
GG.
0-0 Lynx against +2 Zealots. Yeah, very nice game by Champion.
It's harder to turtle on 2-player map, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
We needed that 5 pool.
Absolutely, yeah. I will say though, if you do a 5 pool and it doesn't work, it feels way worse than if you just do a normal game.
Yeah, but you know, it's also an investment in your future CPL games. Because
True.
later today, someone will check your games and think, oh, this guy sometimes does 5 pool. I have to be careful.
Oh my
And
god,
you're
we have the same colors. Are they choosing these colors?
I hope not.
Alright. Top left, we have Champion, the winner of the last game.
And bottom right, elevation. The Zerg, the turtle Zerg.
The Turtle Zerg. I have to say, it's not a style that I like to play personally. Turtle Zerg. I know it's very strong. Actually, somehow I feel like it's actually harder to make it work than being active, because when you're active, you just have a good read on what the opponent's doing.
Yeah, and it's nice to have initiative in the game. It just feels more comfortable to play in general.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the same build from Champion.
To gate? Yeah, seems so.
Yeah, it's like you say, if you have initiative, it's good, and I feel like if you're turtling against a good Protoss will know what to do against that. And when a Protoss gets a really big, mean army outside your natural, outside your third, that's just very scary. It's hard to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like there is like a big psychological factor as well. When you're passive in your base, it's harder to play psychologically as well, because you're afraid of everything. When you're on the map, it feels good. You feel like you're ahead. Rigs your morale.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's just a fun way to play as well. Look at this. This was a 12 hatch. Actually sent out the Overlord right around here to see if the probe is coming. If the probe doesn't come, you put down your hatch. If the probe doesn't come, if the probe is there to block it, you go for the pool. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I was able to put down the hatch, no problem. So yeah, that's a nice opening.
Also, if probe is blocking, you can put hatch somewhere else, right? Like on third.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Okay, first zealot is already coming. Let's see if links will be on time.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a choice, because when you if you have a third base that's look at this, look at where this third base is being taken. In the natural, the top right. This is sneaky.
I wonder if we will see many Sunkens there soon.
Yes, I think so. Probably. But when you have your when your third is very far out, it's not a very nice feeling, because you're not sure what kind of game the Protoss is going to play yet. If the Protoss is going to go heavy into setup pressure, you don't really want your third to be very far away. Look at this, Zealot probe micro. Very nice pick off the probe early.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Oh, the Zealot just barely wins. So that's why it's really annoying when the probe comes to block your natural hatch from going up. Because if you take your third somewhere else and it's far away and there's lots of zealots coming, it's not a very nice position to be in. Yeah, this is not going to be too good zealots. So Champion is really the early zealot pressure guy.
Yeah. So how many links do you need to kill 2 zealots? 6 or 8? seemed like 4 was not enough.
Well, 4 should be enough for 1 zealot, like comfortably.
Okay.
And when there's, I mean, the thing is, when there's 2 zealots in this position, they're gonna go behind the minerals, right? And they're gonna have. Actually, I guess maybe you can't do it here because it's there's a much wider area here. Too much. Wow, what a surround! That was very nice. I feel like this was Protoss was kind of playing with fire here because you know there's a lot of lings out, and if lings get a surround like that, you just lose your zealots, unless you have like 6 of them or something.
These are speed links as well, right?
Yes.
And there's
I
a
actually
wind.
think you can just break this here, can't you?
Yeah, but not if you wait till the can.
Yes.
Go,
You
go,
can
go.
just walk by. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess Protoss lives.
Protoss leaves, Zerg leaves, and it's a standard game now.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 gates. You don't really want to, you know, you don't want to try to ling all in here, I feel. If you just make lings out of all your hatcheries now and you get like 2 or 3 control groups, I still feel like I wouldn't want to do it because you don't know how many zealots are going to be built in the next 3 or 4 minutes, right? You could have like 12 zealots in no time.
Well, if you have an overlord there, maybe you can do it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
just-
the thing. I mean, the overlords are just, they didn't go into the Protoss base.
Okay. Zealots are attacking still.
And the Protoss, by the way, has no idea that this base is here in the top right. I mean, there's sunks going up there, but you might as well just not make those.
True. I guess it's for the future.
Yeah.
Layer morphing as well, so maybe Muta or Lurkers. Oh, Champion is looking for 3rd base.
Yeah.
Didn't find it.
But you know, this is also like, this is tier 3 of CPL. It's also possible that he sees no 3rd base and thinks, oh, nice, the Zerg is on 2 bases. I'm in the lead here.
Well, I don't know. I
It's
think
possible. Champion's sitting there thinking, oh, this guy can't macro, I'm gonna win this game, and then there's a hidden base.
Yeah,
There's
that's always a nice surprise to find a hidden base.
Do you think he could actually break this? Because there's only 2 sunks right now and 3 hydras. Okay. Just now there was only 1 hydra. I guess, I don't know.
I don't know. The buildings will glitch the zealots. I think
Yes.
maybe good control could, like if you're a pro. I personally wouldn't attack. I think.
No, I also think I wouldn't attack, but it was very close. If you had like a few more zealots, I would definitely try to attack. Well, not now, because now there's a 3rd sunk in a very good position.
Oh,
Also
okay.
maybe-
Champion found the 3rd,
Oh, he did, yes.
and now all the
There's
zealots
no
go there.
units here. There's only 2 sunks.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like enough versus that amount of zealots.
Yeah, and this is not as safe. Even if there was a 3rd sunk here, this is not as safe as the natural. Because there's not enough to block here. Look, the zealots can just walk around and get surface area.
Oh wow, they kill them so fast.
This is very beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. You evacuate the drones. Yeah, that's very nice sketch from Champion.
Yeah, good move from Champion.
Yeah, he's got only 2 gates, so he's still a bit low on gates as well, but he is making Corsairs, and he's got complete map control. Champion is really good. +1 is almost done.
And cancel the third as well. Kinda resembles game 2 now.
Yeah. Citadel is down, so I guess...
Oh, there are mutas and Spurred already, so I think
That's a lot of mutas.
3 Corsairs.
Yeah, that's not enough to fight this. This is the Corsairs, especially with the Spurred. And these are still slow, so these are going to
They were a bit FK, yeah. So this is the moment where you, as Zerg, go and take the third base again. Once you chase the Protoss back.
I actually think you can just break this, can't you? I mean, there's... Oh, I guess not, because mutas are getting too low. I think with like... If you had a little bit better micro, I think you could actually break it. Because the mutas weren't really targeting the Corsairs properly, and they weren't split properly. Oh my god, there's so many zealots.
Maybe, yeah, but they're also Dragoon, like at least 1 Dragoon and a couple on the way. Maybe you could?
Yeah, I don't think you can break this anymore, but the Protoss, I think the Protoss is a very good attack now.
Yeah, now that mutas are dead,
There are
Protoss is...
still some mutas. There are 5 mutas still out. They're in the 3 o'clock.
Oh, I see.
But that's not really enough to fighting with Corsairs. There's only 1 Corsair left.
Oh, nice gun. That's one
actually,
mute.
wow, that actually, yeah, I guess he's not making more Corsairs, so yeah, these mutas are just gonna kick off the zealots now. I guess the zealots can run back home because
Yeah, there are 5 Dragoons coming to save. There's 1 Corsair as well in the middle. So there's enough to leave the muta. Yeah, but again, I feel like Elevation doesn't have... Okay, he has the third base. He has the plan.
yes, it's coming up right now, and actually he has very good drones as well.
Yeah, good drone amount. Maybe need some more units at the third just to make sure it stays up.
Yeah, this is like, this is when you take a third and you just hope they don't notice, which is it's not really the right way to go about it. But you know, Protoss is getting a third as well at the mineral only. +2
Yeah,
is in the way.
Normally when Protoss takes third, you want to take your fourth to stay one base ahead.
I think it's very interesting that the Mutas got armor. There are not that many. I guess now there are 3 Corsairs out, but I feel like if there are not that many Corsairs out, you probably want to get attack rather than armor. But I'm not entirely sure. I feel like with the attack you can probably get more done. Unless there's a fair amount of Corsairs out.
Yeah, I don't know honestly. But usually versus Splash you do get armor, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's true, yeah.
So Corsairs spotted the third base and now army...
And the 4th base, which is completely naked. Well, the 3rd is also completely naked.
Okay. So...
Yeah, this is going to be a cancel on both of them, I feel. Oh, there comes there's actually quite a lot of them.
Yeah. They seem to be doing well versus Corsairs so far.
Yeah, this is actually actually really surprising. I don't know if they can take out these rooms. More Corsairs are coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to take out both of these bases. Third was taken out, fourth was taken out. It feels like the wagons are circling now.
Yeah. Not a good position to play from as Zerg.
And look at, he's got like one control group of Hydras.
There are 5 lurkers, 6 even. They're just
They're at
Murder.
natural, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can break the natural, but yeah, this is just the worst situation. Okay, but whatever you do, don't commit. Don't walk all your zealots into the
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
yeah.
good.
But let's see what's actually coming out like. We've got 3 gates, well 4 gates. There's actually units that want to come out, but they're blocked by a Dragoon in the natural, Protoss natural.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But there's actually, again, there's not that many production facilities for Protoss. There's 1 Stargate and 3 or 4 gateways, and that's it.
Yeah. Especially now on 3 bases. Okay, there are more gates being built. At least 1 more.
Zerg is getting pretty low on minerals.
Yeah, Elevation needs more bases
Yeah.
to win.
And
Because like he can just die slowly, not win.
yeah, this Protoss army is, I think it's enough to prevent Zerg from being able to take a 3rd right now. And there's more on the way. So I think this is gonna be kind of like the make or break point here for Zerg, right? So if you can take a 3rd, and the game goes on. Meanwhile,
Maybe
Protoss has the 9 o'clock 4th already.
Yeah. At this point, maybe you need 3rd and 4th, not just 3rd.
Just take a risk and double expand. Yeah, I feel like you need to take a risk here.
You know what's interesting? Champion doesn't have Storm, but he doesn't really need it. He just beats Zerg army with brute force.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna be fine either way because there's not that many units out. The Storm would be very nice. Actually, this army is gonna keep going. He's got a clump of units sitting like a bit further down. This is actually
Very good trade for.
yeah. This is a 1. This is exactly what you want.
Oh, there was a strange move to start working lurkers mid-fight.
Yeah, despite the fact that it was a very bad attack with Protoss still did it now.
Yeah, barely.
The Zerg is actually not fighting with the free one. But is there an observer there? I don't see an observer.
There's
There's one.
okay. Has control of those zealots.
But now the Zerg can actually clear this. Because Protoss never reinforced. He's trying to snipe the head, but he's not even gonna get it.
Dragoons are stuck actually. They can't exit through the natural wall.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god. He has to kill off the only pylon he has that powers everything. He's actually gonna kill the gates. But, yeah, you're only on 5 gates here, so I think you should remake the gate as well.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so it seems like Champion keeps tabs on the other bases. They're like observers or zealots everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, again, sort of the problem, I think, is that Champion just doesn't have enough gates. If you have, like, 5 more gates here, you make 1 or 2 rounds of units, you just completely shut down anything Zerg could possibly want to do.
That is nice sling attack on goons.
Yeah, goons are pretty bad against things. So,
But elevation still needs another base, maybe at least mineral only, because his main is almost mined out. There's like 100 minerals,
Yeah,
and
I
natural mined out.
yeah, I think the mineral only is probably the right base to take here. It's the only one you can really defend.
Yeah, especially with this lurker setup, you are kind of defending both of those bases.
Meanwhile, Protoss is getting 12 o'clock.
This
So,
is like
yeah.
reverse ZVP where Protoss is 1 base ahead,
Yeah.
or even 2 at this point.
Yeah, it's also a little bit surprising that we don't really see Dark Templar from Champion. I mean, we don't even see High Templar in this game, but I think Dark Templar would also be quite good.
Yeah, Champion, I think he made use of DTs in game 1, right? While defending from that big.
Yes.
But that's about it. And DTs are pretty good at stopping or delaying bases, at least. Like, you have to bring Overlord and some units to clean it before you can put a hatchery.
These are already +3 zealots, by the way. Extremely powerful.
Nice recovery from elevation.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, has some units to fight. Still needs another base though.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that this mineral only isn't being taken. It feels like right now this is pretty well defended, right?
Yeah. Well, decently defended.
Yeah, the Protoss still has a very scary army, but Protoss is being pretty passive here. Okay, we have a fight light here in the top right, but there's actually nothing here besides this army. But this part of the Zerg army is like, I don't know why it's even here. Maybe he was planning to take this base.
Yeah, there was a drone coming, but Zealots killed the drone. I think he wanted the gas bases.
Oh, nice shot. Oh, there's no observer. Oh my god, these lurkers are doing so much damage.
And there's no energy for Storm, so... Those lurkers will leave for now.
Yes, I guess so.
I see drone at 6 as well. Oh, and the elevation
Yeah.
is taking only. And
Just making it hatchery right in front of the Zealots. The Zealot feels like it's been disrespected, like how dare you?
true. Also, hatchery at 8. So that's nice. If at least one basis survives, it's good.
Yeah, there's a Zealot in the main there, but it's not seeing the natural. It actually did get cancelled, actually.
I think it got killed even.
Oh, you're right, it got killed, yeah.
Okay, but now there are
That's
some
actually
high
pretty
ground.
bad, because elevation actually is very low on resources. So you actually could use those 300 minerals.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Champion is maxed out. 200.
Yeah, I feel like I really just don't see how Zerg can defend all of these bases. Like, there's so many bases.
Yeah. Oh, and
Really well done. I think it's become maybe...
likes Shuttle River harass. That's nice.
That's very good. It's hard to deal with as Zerg. It's natural as well.
Yep, but there's almost nothing to harass here. Oh, there's something.
Oh, he just barely picks it up in time.
Yeah.
This poor Sarah going ham on the Overlord.
Oh, the Overlord.
Oh, yeah. There's absolutely nothing here to defend them.
True. There's like nothing nowhere to defend them. Okay, there's
Zerg barely doesn't. Where's the Zerg army?
I think it's just too. It was too split between all the bases and got cleaned up.
Yeah, that's the thing when you have so many. You take so many bases off of a small army.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good idea. Just
I'm surprised he committed this hard because he lost all forces.
Maybe bring to play as well. You know,
this attack on the middle only. There's no observer.
Yeah.
He actually is going to fight the hatch anyway.
Yeah.
Storm got like 7 or 8 Hydras or something.
Yeah, that was exactly at the right place to just kill all of them.
This, by the way, this 8 o'clock base, this is just, it's set up and it hasn't been found, but nothing's happening there.
Yeah, not saturated yet, but it's nice that it survived.
There's actually a shuttle with the High Templar on the right side of the map, like close to the Zerg main. Apparently waiting for a storm drop.
I see, yeah. It looks like it was already used once. Okay, still managing to defend the 3 o'clock. Nice play.
It's kind of amazing that Champion has 100 supply lead, but not that much is happening. But I guess he managed to find out about this base because he's going over there to get it.
Yeah.
But this is not enough to do. There's actually not that much here. It's just one lurker left.
Yeah, and there are some units stuck a bit to the top right. So more now. Okay, now there's way more workers. This Nidus really worked well.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a very strange defense. But yeah, suddenly like 5 lurkers came through Nidus and some are being morphed and everything came up just in time. That was a very nice trade for the Zerg.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've seen Nidus in ZVP a lot.
No, definitely. It's in tier 3 especially. I feel like it's kind of difficult to make it work as well, because you have to like mentally keep track of where the knights go and
yeah, I see.
You need to make a sort of a commitment to do it, to start doing it. And the Zerg is actually defending very well in this situation, despite the very low supply.
Yeah. Oh, but he sort of still needs both of these bases to keep playing. Either falls.
Yeah, I feel like Coach is just going to grind this out now.
It seems so, yeah. The supply difference is so big. 169 versus 67. Okay, so now that all the defense went to the 8 o'clock, space doesn't have one.
The upgrade controllers are so good.
Oh wow, yeah, 2, 2, 3. Okay, it seems like this is the...
Yeah, I think when this base falls, you can't stop the other base at 8 o'clock from falling as well. I mean, you don't even have to production anymore.
Yeah, no income and hard to finish.
I think now it's just a matter of time before the 8 o'clock base falls. I mean, Champion's maxed out again, and Zerg just has 50 supply, of which about 23 is drones, so there's literally nothing left except a bunch of lurkers.
Yeah, and you can see army is already going that way.
I mean, lurkers counter zealots, but you could actually just kill this with zealots.
Yeah, 7,000 in the bank as well for Champion.
Yeah.
Hey, move all day.
But you have to actually go and get... Oh, actually, oh, there he goes. Yep. It's go time. You know, this is like, it's not very efficient, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
oh, look, there's the reefers. This is a more stylish way to do it. GG. GFG.
There were three drones at the end.
Yeah.
Just 3 drones.
That was a very nice series. Very nice ZVP. And congratulations to Champion.
Yeah, congratulations. Very nice macro games. Interesting style as well.
Yeah, I told you Champion is he's a good player.
2 Gate Protoss versus Turtle Zerg. 2 Gate Protoss wins now.
Yeah. Well, that's all our games. Actually, that was the last game. It's actually been a pretty long stream so far. We're almost coming up to 4 hours, and we didn't even take a break. Amazingly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't feel like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually I'm thinking now, like, the only reason we didn't take a break is because I forgot about it. I have a slide here. Look, I've got a we'll be right back slide, but we never even used it.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, first time, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this was our first gas, guys. So let us know what you thought and what we should do better. At least I think I only kept the overlay up once, so that's okay.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next cast. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.
GG's.
GG's.